incredible contributions to our league behind the scenes. Grams took that award in pictures of the Raiders with her when she was hospitalized. The Raider family shares the sorrow of this loss with the Pollock family. The funeral service for Grams will be on Tuesday at 1 at River Park Funeral Chapel. At this time, we ask for a moment of silence to remember Ruth Grams Pollock.
Raider hockey first period play-by-play.
For Farm World, Prince Albert.
Your voice of the Raiders, Drew Wilson.
Not in the lineup tonight for the Lethbridge Hurricanes. Goaltender Tanner Kovacs, defenseman Alvin Bloomquist. As we mentioned, Brady Ramsey has suffered a upper body injury. He is out of the lineup, as is Craig Leverton and captain Brody Sutter. Liam Liston's numbers: 6 wins, 11 losses with 1 shutout, a 4.26 goals against average, and a save percentage of .882. And he also was the goaltender of record for the last head-to-head meeting, in which the Broncos won by a score of 4-1, in which he made 30 saves on the night. For the Prince Albert Raiders, not dressed tonight, Sawyer Lang is sitting this one out, the 17-year-old rookie defenseman. Jonas Knutson and Kellen Totchkin are both done for the season with their respective upper body injuries. And the final scratch will be either Austin Boris or Chance Braid. Cole Holowenko took the loss in overtime on Saturday, as well as the win of Friday against Red Deer and the win last Wednesday in Swift Current. So his overall numbers are 12 wins, 20 losses, 1 overtime loss, along with 2 shutouts now, a 4.11 goals against average, and a save percentage of .887. As far as the season series breakdown, Sam McKechnie leads the Lethbridge Hurricanes. He had 2 goals in their last head-to-head meeting. He has 2 goals and 2 assists for 4 points to lead the Hurricanes. Mike Winther is the top point man for the Raiders against the Canes with 1 goal and 5 helpers. Justin Malin, 2 goals and 3 assists. For Cole Holowenko, this is his 3rd start against the Hurricanes. He is 1-1 with a 5.06 goals against average and a save percentage of .867. After the Great Canadian Oil Change opening faceoff, Josh Morrissey controls at the Raider line. He'll swing it across to Ruup, whose long pass is blocked by the pinching Tyler Kizik at center ice. So Ruup steps up, bats one into the glove of Winther, who will pivot and fire it down the ice. But he was behind the red line, so that's icing against the Raiders. Just 15 seconds into the hockey game. First period action is brought to you by Farm World of Prince Albert. We're going to be keeping our eye on the scoreboard tonight for Game 5 in the PJHL Survivor Series down in Carrot River between Tri-Town and the PA IceHawks. Boy, it's been quite a series. 3 of the games have gone into overtime. Face off to the left of Cole Holowenko, won by the Hurricanes. Oslansky holds the line with a backhand pass in behind the Raider net. Sam McKechnie leaves the puck there, and they score quickly on a sharp angle shot by Graham Hood. And the Hurricanes are up 1-0 on the game's very first shot, just 23 seconds in. It was one of those rather innocuous plays, a face-off victory. The puck was rimmed around the boards on a backhander by Oslansky. And Graham Hood grabbed the puck and just beat Cole Holowenko short side. Another shot that Cole would like to have back. From the face-off, Logan McVeigh rips it into the Lethbridge zone. Goaltender Liam Liston will leave it. And out comes Daniel Johnson right down the middle.
William Hood, assisted by number 24, Landon Oslansky, and number 20, Nick Buonasisi. Time of the goal, 23 seconds.
Hurricanes press again. Holowenko has to make a save on Merkley from close in. Jamal Watson cycles the puck around the net. It's tipped past Philip Todd to the half wall, but pinching is Daniel Johnson to keep the pressure on. Logan McVeigh will swing it behind the net. It's tipped by Zach Hodder to the open side, but Henry pinches to keep it in. Puck bounces in front. It's cleared by Tyler Hart to the corner. Zach Hodder gets tied up and knocked down by Jay Merkley, who swings it behind the net for Philip Todd. He's out to the corner, dumps it to the line. Shot by Johnson, gets through. Holowenko with the save, and Bardero tips the loose puck to the corner. His pass intended down the middle is picked up, but Bardero wins control back, weaves his way across center ice, hits the Lethbridge line, and hands off to Malin. His sharp angle shot stopped easily by Liam Liston. Malin originally can't find the puck, now does so in the corner, and will leave it for Bardero. He'll be bumped by Daniel Johnson. Swinging back for the puck is Yuri Bazuk. He'll chip it around the wall, but not out. Corbin's backhander eludes Justin Malin, so Henry scampers around the net to the far side. He'll just shovel the puck to center ice. It's knocked down there by Corbin, whose pass is tipped by Noller across the line, but Daniel Johnson intercepts. Noller can't stop him. Pass hits Antoine Corbin, who tracks the puck down at center ice, but it's stolen back by Jamin Jakubowski. He'll lob a high one back into the Prince Albert zone. Goalie Cole Holowenko sweeps it to the corner for Tyler Jaworski, who plays it back around the net. Antoine Corbin banks it to the line, but not out. It ends up back in his corner, so he'll chip it to the opposite side for Jaworski. He'll fade, send one high off the glass into the Lethbridge zone. It'll spin over the red line for an icing call against the Raiders. Just 2 minutes, 36 seconds into period number 1. That early goal has given the Hurricanes some life. They have been taking it to the Raiders in the early going. PA Insurance shot clock. 3-1 Lethbridge. PA Insurance always there when you need them. On the face-off in PA territory, scramble drop puck comes loose. It's shoveled right through the goal mouth by Harrison Harper. Now back come the Raiders. Holinka to center. Bounces one just wide of the Lethbridge net. But on it quickly are the Hurricanes. Tyler Kizik has his pass knocked down by McCoy Urkamps. The puck will bounce into the Prince Albert zone right to Austin Boris, who is off the bench. He'll clear it into Lethbridge territory. But that's icing against Prince Albert, as Boris needed to take another couple of steps to get over the red line, and that's the second time that's happened in the early going, so it looks as if the Raiders aren't mentally ready to play this game just yet. Approaching the 3-minute mark of period number 1. Canes in the lead on a Graham Hood goal just 23 seconds in. So Mark McNeil out to take the face-off against Nick Buonasisi, whose face-off victory resulted in the first goal of the game. Now Hood with a quick shot from the draw, just misses on the backhand, and back comes Shane Daniluk. He'll weave to the line and do some chipping and chasing. But Spencer Galbraith is on the puck, only to be pinned in along the boards. It squirts loose to Graham Hood. McNeil's on him. Mark McNeil powers around the net but loses the puck. Galbraith makes the outlet pass to Nick Buonasisi, who's cut off by Riley Gunther in the center ice area. McNeil jumps on the loose puck, carries it to the corner, bumps with Landon Oslansky and retains control. Now Graham Hood is in there to help out. So we'll see Hood on McNeil probably all night long. McNeil taps it loose. Pinching is Zach Hodder, who'll send it back down low. McNeil takes a bump from Buonasisi. They both go down. Puck is played to the wall. Hood will get it to the line, and it's tapped past Riley Gunther into PA territory. Zach Hodder back for it, chips it back off the glass. Hood steps up to center ice and rims it back in behind the Prince Albert net. Cole Holowenko will leave it there for Zach Hodder as both teams change on the fly. Hodder watched by Jamal Watson. Spins back in behind the net. Now gets his feet moving. Hodder right down the middle. Headmans the puck to Malin, who hits the Lethbridge line but is surrounded, so he hands off to Bardero. Bardero centers, and it's in the skate of Malin. He can't find it. Now Philip Todd sweeps it to center ice. Puck bounces past Jaworski into the Prince Albert zone. Jamal Watson gets there, makes a great move on Jaworski. His shot is stopped. The rebound ends up wide, and it slipped through the goal mouth. Johnson from the line lets it go. Pad save Holowenko. Back come the Raiders. Bardero takes the Logan McVeigh pass, but is checked at center ice. They both lose their edges. It's across to Philip Todd for the Hurricanes. He'll fade to center, dump it in, and the Hurricanes change on the fly. 15:25 left in the first. It's 1-0 Lethbridge. This period brought to you by Farm World of Prince Albert. Bardero spins the puck to center ice where Justin Malin is checked. So hustling backward is Harrison Ruoff. He'll swing it across. Now Corbin headmans to Bardero. Will tap it across to Malin at the Lethbridge line and take the return pass. Bardero to the corner, works right out in front, but can't get the shot away. Now Michael Holenka spins off a check down low, leaves the puck for Malin, but he's knocked down. Penalty coming up to the Hurricanes as Tyler Kizik is going to go off for tripping. So the Raiders, who are down by 1 just past the 5-minute mark, get their first Lakeland Ford power play opportunity of the hockey game. Raiders on the power play 20.2% overall and ended an 0 for 14 skid on Saturday night, going 2 for 5 against the Kootenay Ice. It's McNeil, Winther, and Daniluk up front. Hodder and Morrissey on the points. But Bonacisi wins the draw. The puck is blasted to the line. It's gloved by Josh Morrissey and touched by Shane Daniluk. That'll mean a neutral zone faceoff. Just 6 seconds into this Lakeland Ford power play opportunity for the Raiders. Raiders are back in action this Friday night at home against the Moose Jaw Warriors and end their week Sunday night in Lethbridge, or in Regina rather. Bonacisi wins another draw from Mark McNeil, sending Oslansky behind the Lethbridge net. He'll rip it off the glass, and it bounces past Morrissey into Prince Albert territory. Goalie Cole Holowenko sends it to center ice, but right on the tape of defenseman McCoy Urkamps, and he'll dump it back in behind the Prince Albert net. Hodder's headman pass is picked off by Oslansky at center ice, and he lifts it back into PA territory. So this Raider power play is slow to get on track. Morrissey works up the boards, gets a nice pass through to McNeil, who will dash down the right side into Lethbridge territory with a pass off the skate of Mike Winther, and the puck is swatted to center ice. 1:18 to go in the power play as McNeil takes the pass at the Lethbridge line, curls down the right wing boards, tries to drop it off to Malin, but they can't connect, and the puck bounces past Zach Hodder. Back comes Russell Maxwell, shorthanded, one-on-one against Morrissey. He pulls up, dishes to Philip Todd. His shot is kicked out by goaltender Cole Holowenko, the best scoring opportunity of this specialty team situation. Back comes Malin to center ice, weaving past Philip Todd, and he'll drop it up the line to Bardero. He swings it across to Corbin, who lets the shot go, and it bounces just wide off a body in front. Ruoff at the right point, gives it to Corbin in the middle, back to Ruoff, back to Corbin again at the midpoint, across to Bardero, left wing circle. Now it's down low to Malin. The return pass is deflected. Philip Todd gets spun around, and a penalty coming up to Justin Malin. So goaltender Liam Liston is on the bench for an extra attacker as Galbraith just taps the puck to the Prince Albert line. Play is called with 25 seconds to go in the penalty to the Hurricanes. 13:20 left in the first. It is 1-0 Lethbridge, so we see some 4-on-4 action with the PA Insurance shot clock showing 6-1 Hurricanes. PA Insurance always there when you need them. So the Raiders had a chance on the power play, but never, ever got it going. And now find themselves in a 4-on-4 for the next 25 seconds and the face-off to the right of Cole Holowenko. Scramble draw in PA territory. Tyler Hart dashes in behind the net, is harassed by Jamal Watson, so hands off to Riley Gunther. His pass finds Michael Holenka, and the Raiders break out. Holenka to center. Drifts one right on goal. It bounces into the glove of Liam Liston, who will hold it with Anthony Bardero moving in. So with 9 seconds to go in the 4-on-4 situation, they face it off deep in Lethbridge territory. Raiders make a change. Antoine Corbin out on the ice on the back line. He is riding a 4-game point streak, including 3 goals over that period. He's out there with Tyler Jaworski. Hurricanes win another draw in their own zone. Jamal Watson breaks to center but didn't cross the red line. Out of the net to play the puck is Cole Holowenko. It bounces to Winther, who chips it ahead to McNeil. He'll cross the line and just dump it down low as the Hurricanes are now on the power play. And here they come. McCoy Urkamps will hand it off. Jay Merkley weaves to the Prince Albert line where he's checked by McNeil. Puck laying there for Jamal Watson. He'll work to the corner now to the side, and then Merkley is checked in front. Hood with a chance. That stopped on a great pad save by Holowenko. Winther gets it to the line, but not out. Oslansky hands it off to Urkamps. Back to Oslansky at the midpoint. He'll dish to the left wing circle for Graham Hood. His pass through the seam is over the stick of McCoy Urkamps. So he retrieves the puck down low and takes a hit from Tyler Jaworski. Now it's chipped loose to Jay Merkley in the left wing corner. He'll hand off down low, and out comes Graham Hood, the goal scorer so far tonight. Hood to the circle, rips it off the post. It's in behind Holowenko, who has it between the pads for a face-off. with 44 seconds to go in this core rock and dirt penalty kill. 12:04 left in the first period. It's 1-0 for the Lethbridge Hurricanes. So a close call for the Raiders, who have been on their heels since the drop of the puck to start this hockey game. Bonacisi out on another draw. He has been tremendous in the face-off circle thus far, but loses this one. Puck ends up along the wall. It's tapped loose to Bonacisi to McKechnie, who loses control in front. Now Morrissey is pressured as he carries the puck to the corner. Philip Tot retrieves the puck and will grind into a traffic jam. Spinning loose with the puck is Bardera, who can't get it out. Tot will deal to the line to Johnson. Daniel Johnson fakes. Now lets the wrister go. That's off. Holowenko loose. Puck bouncing around in the goal crease. Finally, Holowenko tracks it down with 18 seconds to go in the Justin Malin penalty. 11:38 to go in the first. It's still 1-0 for the Lethbridge Hurricanes. Hurricanes, if you're just joining us, are without their top two goalmen. Brody Sutter and Brady Ramsey are both suffering from upper body injuries. Sutter's day-to-day. Ramsey could be a little bit longer. So it's Russell Maxwell out for the face-off. But it's won by the Raiders, and Antoine Corbin banks it off the wall and into Hurricane territory. Now just 10 seconds left in this core rock and dirt penalty kill for the Raiders. Long pass almost sends Jakubowski in all alone, but instead it'll be an icing call against Lethbridge with just 5 seconds to go in the Justin Malin penalty. So the Raiders have dodged a bit of a bullet after being on their heels for much of this first period, and they had a penalty kill for about a minute 18 in which they seemed to have fended off. On the face-off, Danila couldn't push it through the skates of Russell Maxwell, and the Hurricanes control. Maxwell takes the neutral zone feed, moves around Riley Gunther in all alone. Holowenko gets a piece of that shot, which was headed for the 5-hole. Tyler Hart has the puck kicked loose from him. Now it ends up back in his corner, so Hart jumps on the loose puck and leads the rush out with a long feed for Malin. He's out of the penalty box. Malin's feed intended for Daniluk is blocked. To be cleared high in the air to the line, Riley Gunther gloves it down, plays it with his stick, and hands off to Malin, but he is checked, and now the Raiders do have to retreat. 10 minutes, 49 seconds left in the first. It's 1-0 Hurricanes this period for Farm World of Prince Albert. Ruoff sidesteps Sam McKechnie at center and headmans to Austin Boris. He's bumped as he clears it in behind the Hurricane net. Tyler Kizik sweeps it up the wall. It's tipped by Hood right to Nick Bonacisi. He'll scramble down the left side, but gets hit on a great open ice check by Austin Boris, a candidate for the Anderson Chrysler collision of the night. Now it's centered, goes off a skate to the corner off Sam McKechnie. Boris gets it to the line, but not out. Long wrist shot misses the Raider net. Bonacisi chased by Ruoff. Reverses the puck behind the net for Graham Hood. He'll hand it off. McKechnie's shot is kicked out by Cole Holowenko. It's kept in at the line by Henry, who sends it to the corner. Hurricanes still pressing. McKechnie drops it off to Hood, who takes a hit from Harrison Ruoff. They jam up on the hash marks in BA territory right along the boards. Morrissey comes up with a puck, tries to work against the grain, but gets checked by Bonacisi, who centers for Hood. He scores right through the pads of Cole Holowenko. And it's 2-0 Hurricanes as Bonacisi wants to get at Austin Boris. But the Hurricanes, who have been pressing, get their second straight goal from Graham Hood, and now lead it by a score of 2-0. "10 minutes, 12 seconds, the time of Graham Hood's second goal of the night and his 14th of the year. He always plays well in this building. Well, why not? He is a Saskatchewan area boy from Martinsville. So the Raiders need to pull a rabbit out of their hat in a hurry, at least create some momentum. And they're being outshot 11-2 already. From the face-off, Jaworski takes the Antoine Corbin pass, moves it ahead to Winther, who is bumped.
Second of the game scored by number 23, Graham Hood. Assisted by number 10, Adam Henry, and number 11, Sam McKechnie. Time of the goal, 10 minutes, 12 seconds.
We'll take our first period water cooler break for the Purified Water Store, the official supplier to the Prince Albert Raiders. It's the Hurricanes 2, the Raiders nothing on ZEP Raider Radio.
Number 24, 2 minutes for high sticking. Boys, we've just got a minute left. It's a 2-all tie, and the home team is on the power play.
And so is Ramada. Right now, you can take advantage of discounted rates and still collect Wyndham Rewards points. Now, that really is some kind of power play. Check us out at Ramada.ca or call 1-800-2-RAMADA for details.
He shoots. He scores!
Ramada. You do your thing, leave the rest to us. All Ramada hotels in Canada are independently owned and operated.
Fast.
Ass-bussin' fast. R&W Custom Collision.
With the biggest body shop around, each technician works on up to 3 vehicles at one time.
They don't wait around for the paint to dry.
So you don't wait for weeks on end to get your baby back on the road and looking fine.
Hi, I'm Ward Howitt from R&W Custom Collision. When you bring your vehicle in, tell us when you need it back. We'll do everything we can to make sure you will get it on time.
R&W Custom Collision, 5 kilometers west of Prince Albert on the Shelbrook Highway.
The Northern Rentals of PA out-of-town scoreboard. Saskatchewan Midget AAA Hockey and Moose Jaws. The Generals won. The Tisdale Trojans won with 8:57 to go in the first period. There's also no score in Regina between the Pats and Red Deer Rebels about 8 minutes into that hockey game. The Canes lead this one 2-0 on a pair of goals by Graham Hood, his 13th and 14th of the year at 23 seconds and 10-12. They also lead the PA Insurance shot clock 11-2. PA Insurance always there when you need them. They face it off outside the Lethbridge line. From the face-off, Kizik bounces a pass ahead to Merkley, who is stopped at the Prince Albert line. It gets loose to Holinka. He'll headman to Nollers across the line. His long wrist shot misses. Puck will bounce to the half wall for Philip Todd, and back come the Hurricanes. He eludes the check of Luke Mahura, tries to split the defense, but gets checked. Puck bounces loose, but Jamal Watson had lost an edge. So back comes Justin Malin with some speed into the Lethbridge zone. Loses control ever so slightly, gets bumped by Spencer Galbraith, who now scrambles around the Hurricane net. He'll sidestep Malin and make a nice pass to Atlansky, who hits the red line and dumps it in right on goal. Now Zach Hodder has been called up for this game. Works out in front of the net. His long feed's a good one for Logan McVeigh, but he is checked at the Lethbridge line. Now Tyler Wong gets checked, but the Hurricanes recover. Wong takes the pass from Tyler Kizik. Headmans to Max Moline, who's bumped by Hart, who also runs into Wong as it's cleared in behind the Raider net. Holowenko slips it around the boards for McVeigh, who takes a hit to deal to center ice, but it's chipped back to the Prince Albert line. Zach Hodder fades, moves it across to Harrison Ruoff. He'll bank it up the wall to McVeigh, who banks it ahead to Bardero. He'll race down the left side and hand off to Malin. They get crossed up and check each other on the play. And the puck is pounded by Harper into PA territory, but he was behind the red line at the time, so that's an icing call against Lethbridge. With 8:18 to go in period number one, the Raiders are big time out of sync in this first period. You could see it on that attempted give and go between Bardero and Malin at the Lethbridge line, and they weren't sure who was going to take the puck. Face off deep in the Hurricane zone, won by Mark McNeil, who will grind his way to the corner, but gets taken in on the wall by Adam Henry. McNeil works off the wall, spins on his younger opponent, but loses the puck. Henry now headmans the puck to Russell Maxwell. He'll glide into PA territory, but a shade ahead of the play, and offside was Jamin Jakubowski, who now gets tied up with Josh Morrissey as it starts to get feisty at the Art Hauser Center in the early going. It's the Hurricanes up by 2 on a pair of goals by Graham Hood. The kid from Martinsville making things happen near his hometown. They'll face it off outside the Prince Albert line as we are approaching the 11-minute mark of period number one. The Raiders still with just 2 shots on goal. From the neutral zone face-off, Shane Daniluk loses the puck to Jakubowski. He'll hand off to Maxwell, who rips one right into the pads of Cole Holowenko. Mark McNeil is pursued by Jakubowski, so he chips it up the wall to Winthrop, takes a big hit, but gets back up to make the pass to center ice. But Daniluk is unable to clear it, and back comes Yuri Bazuk. He'll bounce a long shot in on goal from center ice. Ruoff pushes Jakubowski off the puck. Tries to work it up the wall for Daniluk, but they couldn't connect, and the Hurricanes clear it back in again right on goal. Josh Morrissey is forced out by Sam McKechnie. Fends off his forecheck. Daniluk kicks the pass onto his stick, but gets knocked down by Oslansky. Hurricanes across the line. Hood with a sharp angle shot. That's kicked out by Holowenko. And Mark McNeil will try and go on the attack, but Hood is in hot pursuit. So Carson Perreault takes the neutral zone feed and hooks it in behind the Lethbridge net. 7:05 now left in the first. It's 2-0 Hurricanes this period for Farm World of Prince Albert. Puck deflects to center ice, right to Antoine Corbin, who backs off. He'll swing it across to Austin Boris. He'll work slowly. His long feet for Carson Perreault fails to connect, so that's icing against the Raiders. 6:52 left in the first. It's 2-0 Hurricanes on ZEP Raider Radio.
You work hard, you play hard, and when you build up a real thirst, only water will do. Pure, clean, refreshing. That's why you rely on the Purified Water Store, because no one delivers quality like PWS. The Purified Water Store. Fresh, clean, healthy drinking water from the store or delivered right to your home with the highest level of customer service and convenience. PWS, the Purified Water Store, official water supplier for your Prince Albert Raiders. The first choice for your family. 2901 2nd Avenue West.
Puck is cleared back into PA territory. Holowenko pokes the puck to the corner. A centering pass is picked off, but it's turned back over to Jay Markley, whose shot is blocked by Tyler Jaworski. Unable to hold the line is Tyler Kizik, but he recovers to move it across to Urkamps. His pass is relayed off Jaworski by Jamal Watson and into the Prince Albert bench. With 6:17 to go in the first period, and the Raiders still on their heels. They just cannot get anything going. They're now being outshot 15-2 with 6:17 left in the opening frame. They face it off outside the Prince Albert line. Hurricanes control another draw. It's across to Adam Henry, who steps across center. His clearing attempt deflects in off the stick of Tyler Wong. Raiders recover deep in their own zone. Out comes Carson Perreault, who gets his feet moving. He'll chip it into Lethbridge territory, but was behind center ice once again. And this is another icing call against the Prince Albert Raiders exactly 13 minutes into this first period. Raiders will be able to change should they decide to, but again, several clearing attempts have taken place from behind the red line, so the Raiders need to take a couple more steps before they clear it into the Lethbridge zone. It'll be McNeil against Bonacisi on another face-off deep in PA territory. McNeil wins this one. Corbin chips it around the net. Puck will roll to the half wall and stopped by the skate of the pinching Daniel Johnson. So Corbin tries the other side. Adam Henry pinches to keep the pressure on. Jaworski chases down the puck in the opposite corner, has it bounced to center ice off a stanchion. It's tipped loose to Mike Winther, but he's checked by McCoy Urkamps. Otherwise, he had a clear route to the net. So it's down low to Daniluk instead. He'll hand off to McNeil in the corner. He spins on Nick Bonacisi and pokes it behind the net. Centering pass by Daniluk deflects to Ruop at the point. He'll swing it across to Morrissey. To Ruop at the midpoint. Wrist shot. Floats wide, short side. Shane Daniluk is checked in behind the net. Adam Henry jumps on the loose puck, but is turned back by Winther. He'll make the pass around the net to Daniel Johnson. He headmans the puck, and out come the Hurricanes. McKechnie takes the feed at the Prince Albert line and has his pass deflect off Morrissey. Battle ensues behind the net. Away with the puck is Mike Winther of the Raiders. He'll chip it past Yuri Bazuk to center ice, but stepping up there is Spencer Galbraith, and the puck ends up back in behind the Prince Albert net. Past the 15-minute mark now of the first period. It's 2-0 Hurricanes, who lead 15-2 on the PA Insurance shot clock. Noller down the right side, deep into the Lethbridge zone, swings it around the net for Michael Holinka. He's bumped by Galbraith, but retrieves the puck. And hands off to Mahura, who can't get the pass through. Spinning with the puck is Jamin Jakubowski. His pass will deflect into the center ice area. It ends up back at the Lethbridge line. Bazuk drops it off. It's across to Oslansky. His pass is stopped by Noller in the neutral zone as both teams are jamming up the center ice area. Finally, Oslansky flips it into the Prince Albert zone. Otter knocks it down there. Headmans to Holinka at center. He'll dump it in, and the Raiders change on the fly. Oslansky has a stretch pass deflected by Jakubowski up into the rafters for a stoppage in play. 4:09 left in the first. It's 2-0 Lethbridge on ZEP Raider Radio.
When it comes to showing your Raider pride, be relentless. At work or play, get decked out in your Raider gear every Friday when the Raiders have a home game. And the Raider store has everything you'll need, from hats, t-shirts, and jerseys to car flags and mini sticks. There's even autographed photos, track jackets, and baby wear. Stop in the store for a different special each week, and let's make every home game Friday Raider Day. The Raider store, open in the Arthauser Center from 9:30 to 5 weekdays and during every Raider home game.
Hurricanes press again late in the first period, but Jaworski cuts off a pass down low, has his feet up the wall, intercepted, scramble in front. Jamal Watson can't get the shot away, and the Raiders break out. McVeigh to center, gets tracked down by Urkamps and knocked off stride, but the Raiders move it in nonetheless. Bardero gets tied up on the half wall, right wing side. Justin Malin joins the four-way battle for the puck, but the Hurricanes come away with it. Kizik moves it across to Urkamps, who will just dish the puck into the neutral zone. Josh Morrissey for the Raiders sends it rink wide off the skate of Justin Malin to Harrison Ruopp. He'll step across center and bounce it deep into Lethbridge territory. Adam Henry has lots of skating room to send it to Wong at the Prince Albert line. He'll drop it down the middle, but right to Mark McNeil, who turns with it. McNeil is checked at the Prince Albert line. Wong works one-on-one against Ruopp, who throws the poke check in there. They jam up just inside the Raider line. McNeil will poke the puck out and get tripped up. 2 minutes, 47 seconds left in the first period. It's 2-0 Lethbridge. This period has been brought to you by Farm World of Prince Albert. And now the Hurricanes will be called for icing, and this is not the kind of start, Jeff, that the Raiders wanted in this hockey game.
No, absolutely not. It's, you know, the complete opposite start. You know, so much for the Lethbridge Hurricanes not being able to score, you know, with 2 goals in this hockey game, courtesy of Graham Hood. So, you know, just a great start for the Hurricanes, and the Prince Albert Raiders with just 2 shots on goal, getting outshot 15-2 with just 2 minutes left here in this first period.
And the Hurricanes break out again. It's Tyler Wong in across the Prince Albert line with a wrist shot that will be caught and held by Cole Holowenko with 2:31 left in the first period. Stay with us in our first period intermission. We will chat with our WHL insider Greg Drinnan about many issues, including injuries and perhaps the need for at least 1 more, if not 2 more 20-year-olds in major junior hockey. Face off to the right of Holowenko in PA territory. Anthony Bardero wins the draw. Corbin chips one around the wall, but it bounces on Logan McVeigh into the Lethbridge zone. The puck is on its end, and that's going to be yet another icing call against the Prince Albert Raiders. And boy, there have been a pile of those in this first period, Jeff.
You know, a lot of them are just long lead passes that have gone astray. Some of them to no one in particular, but yeah, the Prince Albert Raiders overall just look very out of sync and very flat to start this hockey game here.
Face off to the left of Cole Holowenko this time. Bonacisi versus Bardero in the face-off circle. Puck bounces to Sam McKechnie, who works out in front. Pad save. Holowenko, and back come the Raiders. Bardero leaves the puck for Justin Malin, who's across the line with a pass from McVeigh. His shot is blocked. Puck comes loose to Bardero, tries to swing it to the line, but it's intercepted by Sam McKechnie, who will power his way to center ice and draw a penalty against Anthony Bardero, it looks like. As McVeigh touches up in the neutral zone, it's going to be a holding the stick call against Bardero, and the Hurricanes put their power play to work for a second time tonight.
Well, for a while, Anthony Bardero had a perfect stick check, just holding up the stick of Sam McKechnie legally with his own, but then eventually it just kind of bogged down. No one really won the puck, and eventually Bardero, apparently put his hand on McKechnie's lumber there, and as a result gets a holding the stick penalty. But you know, it was a good check at first, but no one just played the puck, and it kind of put Bardero in a difficult situation. Takes the penalty.
On the face-off, it's back to Weslanski. Shot from the midpoint. Stopped by Holowenko. Scramble in front. He makes a second save, and a great one off Russell Maxwell. Maxwell tracks down his own rebound in the corner as the Hurricanes set up this power play. He'll drift to the half wall, move back to the corner, and hand it off there. Bazook dishes to Weslanski at the midpoint. It's through to Urkamps, left wing circle. Back to Weslanski to Bazook in the right wing circle. He'll give it back to Weslanski. One-timer is high over the Prince Albert net. Josh Morrissey will now chip it down the ice with 1:25 left in this core rock and dirt penalty kill, and now just 1:23 left in the first period as McNeil steals the puck deep in the Lethbridge zone shorthanded, works his way around the net but gets double teamed. McNeil still with the puck, doing a great job killing off this penalty. It's finally kicked loose to McCoy Urkamps. He'll pull up and send it to center ice, but Watson is checked there. Todd tries to give it back to Watson, now has it himself at the line. Jamal Watson now feeds it back to Adam Henry at the point. He'll send it back down the wall. We're in the minute muffler break and tire, final minute of the first. Todd dishes to Urkamps, takes the return pass down low, tries to power his way in front. Puck bounces loose to Jesse Noller, who will send a backhander off the glass and into Hurricane territory. 42 seconds left in the first. It's been brought to you by Farm World of Prince Albert, and it has been all Lethbridge. Henry hands off to Merkley. He'll dump one in from center ice. Goalie Cole Holowenko from behind the net sends it high off the glass. It hits Holinka, ends up in the circle. Morrissey is knocked down there by a diving Philip Todd. Now Holinka will work his way through a check and clear it to center ice with 20 seconds to go in the period. Johnson carries it to the Raider line and chips and chases against Harrison Ruoff. They bump. Puck comes loose to Morrissey, who tries to swing it against the grain. That hits a leg and bounces to McKechnie. He'll send it down low to Daniel Johnson, who works out of the corner. Johnson swings it to the line. Henry fans on his one-timer. Now Johnson from the left point lets it go to hits a body. Rebound for Todd. His shot is blocked by Harrison Ruoff at the buzzer. After 20 minutes at the Art Hauser Center, it's the Lethbridge Hurricanes 2, the Prince Albert Raiders nothing. We are back with the Stage Star summary.
With what you're going to do with it.
She says that most people who come through the hotel are understanding of the situation. Finance Minister Jim Flaherty will unveil the next federal budget March 29th. Flaherty has already warned the budget could contain some program cost cuts as Ottawa tries to balance its books over the next 5 years. But in a $265 billion budget, he says they won't be major cuts.
We're talking about relatively small spending reductions, certainly nothing more than moderate spending reductions in a budget of that size. If you want to look at big austerity programs, you go to the United Kingdom today, you go to Canada 1995, 1996. This is not in that order of magnitude.
Flaherty got some good news last week when the latest monthly deficit numbers showed that his target for eliminating the deficit is getting closer. And sad news today from the music industry. 60s heartthrob Davy Jones from the Monkees died of a heart attack at the age of 66.
Here we come. David Thomas Jones started his entertainment career in acting. In 1964, he was on The Ed Sullivan Show with the Broadway cast of Oliver the same night as the Beatles. A year later, he was the first band member signed to a group formed specifically for a TV show, The Monkees. Jones sang lead vocals on Daydream Believer and many of the group's biggest songs, selling millions of albums. A solo career followed, including a famous appearance on The Brady Bunch, then several reunions with the Monkees over the years. Davy Jones was 66. Jason Nathanson, ABC News.
For News on Demand, log on to panow.com.
And now, Zep Raider Hockey second period play-by-play. Your voice of the Raiders, Drew Wilson.
After the Great Canadian Oil Change opening face-off, the Hurricanes have picked up where they left off in the first period. Bonacisi crosses the line and dumps it deep into the Prince Albert zone, but not as quickly as Tyler Jaworski. His feed is tipped by Mike Winther off the glass end down the ice, and they wave off the icing. So Spencer Galbraith retrieves the puck. His stretch pass is picked off by Jaworski, who taps it ahead to Malin, who's down the left wing boards with a pass to the corner for Bardero. He'll power his way around the net. Pivot and center it. It's just out of the reach of McVeigh. Jaworski from the line winds up. That's tipped wide by Malin. Corbin holds the line with a backhander in behind the net, but Malin can't knock it down. Comes loose on the half wall. Jaworski pinches, but it's poked past him into the Prince Albert zone. Goalie Cole Holowenko will leave the puck for Anthony Bardero. His long feed bounces past Malin and down the ice right on goal, so there's no icing. Liam Liston taps it off to Weslanski, who swings it around the net. Galbraith from the corner flips it down the middle. It's knocked down by Bardero, who lets the wrister go and scores! Anthony Bardero goes top shelf on just the Raiders' third shot of the night, and it's a one-goal hockey game.
The Hurricanes failed to exit the zone here. Galbraith is trying to flip it over into the neutral zone. Bardero gloves it down in the high slot and just goes top cheese here on Liam Liston on the glove side. As you say, only the third shot of the game, but it was a dandy. Great job by Anthony Bardero getting the Prince Albert Raiders back into this hockey game.
Recapping the keys to the game for Integra Tire and Auto in Shelburne. That's what the Raiders needed, a quick goal to get back on beam, but we'll see how both teams react. Puck is stolen by Russell Maxwell. Centers Bazook scores for the Hurricanes. And man, oh man, 2 goals in rapid-fire succession. And it's a 2-goal lead once again for the Hurricanes.
Oh my goodness. Once you get back in, the crowd didn't even have enough time to, reflect on that goal, and all of a sudden the Hurricanes regained the lead here. And again, it's just, they're working the puck to the corner of the Lethbridge Hurricanes and then funneling it back out in front of the net. That time it was a pass. The Prince Albert Raiders are just not doing anything to, defend these plays, especially when they're Hurricanes decide to carry the puck from the corner to the front of the net. That time there was no Raider in front to do anything about it. Bazooka has a goal.
So the Hurricanes answer back just 10 seconds after the Raiders get on the board. Puck has ripped up the wall for Shane Daniluk. He is checked, as is Harrison Ruoff. Russell Maxwell, being a pest, forces Ruoff to the corner. He pivots and hands it off to Mark McNeil. He'll chip it to the line, but not out. It's Daniel Johnson with a shot from the hash marks. That's caught and held by Holowenko.
Unassisted at 1 minute 35 seconds. Bardero's 29th of the season, unassisted at 1:31.
17:48 left in the second period. It's 3-1 Hurricanes this period for Prairie Mobile Communications. Puck wasn't dropped fairly, so they'll try it again as big Max Moline is staring down Anthony Bardero in the face-off circle.
This is a good line matchup, though, for the Raiders, having Bardero against the fourth line here for the Hurricanes.
Bardero wins the draw. Zach Hodder taps it off behind the net. Harrison Ruoff's pass is stopped at the line. Kizik battles with Doug Malin. The puck comes loose to the Lethbridge line.
Time of the goal, 1 minute 45 seconds. Bazuch from Maxwell and Yakubowski at 1:45.
Now icing will be called against the Lethbridge Hurricanes as we have played 2 minutes 31 seconds of the second period. And Jeff, what happens next? We just can't figure this game out thus far.
No, definitely not. I mean, looked like the Raiders were kind of, start this period off really strong, get back into the game, which they did. But then, giving up a goal 10 seconds after that, it's hard to build momentum.
On the face-off, Hurricanes control in their own zone. Puck is rimmed around on the wall. Harrison Harper, up from the Airdrie Junior Bs, works to center ice and slips it into PA territory. Josh Morrissey under pressure. Gets bumped in on the boards. Puck comes loose in the corner. Trying to work back up the wall is Josh Morrissey. Will send it into the center ice area. Now it's Bardero. Moving into Lethbridge territory with a move to the middle, but he's double-teamed. Loses the puck. Landis Oslansky touches up, but the Lethbridge net had been knocked off its pins for a stoppage as we are just shy of the 3-minute mark of period number 2. It's 3-1 Hurricanes.
Yeah, Austin Boris is crashing the net there. He's the reason why that gets off its pegs, and they're going to rule that it was his fault. He wasn't pushed in, so their face-off will be in the outside of Lethbridge's zone.
It's McNeil, Winther, and Daniluk up front. Corbin and Jaworski at center ice. Jaworski with the puck. Backs off to the Raider line. His feet is tipped to Winther, who will chip it into Lethbridge territory but get knocked down by Galbraith, who also wins the race for the puck in the corner. Winther ties him up. It comes loose to Bonacisi, who will tap it to the line. Jaworski's quick shot hits Nick Bonacisi. Will hand it off to Graham Hood. He winds, fakes, lets it go from the circle. It was an intended pass, but it's steered out of play nonetheless by goalie Cole Holowenko.
Yeah, great job rebound control there by Cole Holowenko, slicing that into the netting. That's not a penalty, as he was also making the save there. So good job by him to win the faceoff here for his team to the right of Cole Holowenko.
It's McNeil against Bonacisi of the Hurricanes. Bonacisi wins it. Adam Henry feathers a pass around the net for Graham Hood. He'll make a move on Antoine Corbin and try and make a second move. Now he gets knocked down by the Raider defenseman, but retains control of the puck. Now Sam McKechnie does some twisting and turning out of the corner and will cycle it down low for Hood. His centering pass is blocked by Corbin. It chips it up the wall. Winther takes a huge high hit to the head while dumping it out. Penalty coming up to the Hurricanes as Bonacisi touches up. Daniel Johnson is going to go off, and yeah, that's one of the first headshots I've seen in this building all year.
Yeah, it wasn't a clean hit. They're only going to give him 2 minutes, and you know what? That if that's in playing in the midget AAA ranks, that's at least a 4-minute double minor for head contact. They're going to give him a 2-minute charge here, it looks like, to Johnson, but Winther's just coming out of the zone trying to play the puck and just gets absolutely leveled. Both hands were up very high on Mike Winther there, so Winther's lucky he's okay, and Johnson's lucky he only has 2 minutes here.
Lakeland Ford power play number 2 for the Raiders, but the Hurricanes win the draw. However, the puck wasn't dropped fairly, and Raiders catch a break on that one. They'll have Bardero in the middle. McVeigh and Malin on the wings. Morrissey and Zach Hodder on the points, and Hodder is to the right of Bardero, just outside the face-off circle. So 4 men up for the face-off. Bardero wins it, tracks it down himself, dishes to Morrissey, and takes the return feed. Bardero down the left wing boards, swings it to the corner. Out comes Malin, who saucers it to Morrissey at the midpoint. It's across to Zach Harder. Wrist shot deflects on goal. Pad save Liam Liston. Crashing in is Bardero, as is McVeigh, but it comes loose to the Hurricanes and they break out. Jakubowski headmans to Maxwell, who's chased by Malin, so he pulls up at the Prince Albert line and bounces one in deep. A minute 30 left in this Lakeland Ford power play for the Raiders as Morrissey hands it off, but Otter is turned back by Nick Bonacisi, so he returns the puck to Morrissey. He'll headman to McVeigh, who clears one in from the Lethbridge line. Goaltender Liam Liston can't handle the puck, but Kizik blasts it off the glass, gets a Hurricane bounce off a stanchion, and the puck spins into the Prince Albert zone. Goalie Cole Holowenko out of the net. Barely gets his pass through to Josh Morrissey, who headmans to McNeil. Raiders breaks 3-on-2 across the line. McNeil across to Winther, whose one-timer just missed short side. Puck hits one of the referees, goes right to McNeil. He'll swing it to the line for Morrissey. Josh Morrissey moves it rink wide to Corbin. He fakes. It's back to Morrissey at the midpoint. To McNeil. Blast from the circle. Misses short side and rides the dasher to the center ice area. 45 seconds left in this Raider power play. Mike Winther at center ice hooks a pass for Josh Morrissey. He'll hand it off to McNeil. Wrist shot misses high and will bounce back into Prince Albert territory with 30 seconds to go in this Lakeland Ford power play. Out of the net is Holowenko with a long pass, but it's cut down at the Lethbridge line, but retrieved by McNeil. He'll weave across the line and lob a backhand pass to Bardero in the corner. His centering pass deflects. Daniluk tries to work it free and does so. Now Bardero hands off to Daniluk behind the net. He'll pivot but get knocked off stride by Oslansky. Daniluk keeps on going against Urkamp. Now it's stolen by Bardero, who's taken into the net by Oslansky. Stopping play with just 6 seconds to go in this Raider power play. 14-17 left in the second. It's 3-1 Hurricanes this period for Prairie Mobile Communications.
Well, the Raiders are moving the puck around very well on this power play, but they're just missing the net. I mean, there was at least 4 opportunities on that power play alone where they've had set up perfect one-timers, have just not cashed in on them, either missing them high or wide.
Face off to the left of Liam Liston. From the draw, centered! Liston with a big save on Bardero as Malin worked right through the goal crease following a face-off victory. Now Malin from the corner swings it to the line. Gunther with a wrist shot. That floats into the trapper of Liam Liston as the Hurricanes come back to full strength with 14:05 left in the second.
Yeah, Gunther just had trouble trying to get this puck flat. It was rolling on him a little bit, and as it was on his blade, it just kind of rolled up on him a little bit, fluttered into the glove hand of Liam Liston for a pretty easy save there. Our top slot on Riley Gunther.
Bardero wins another draw. The puck is chipped on Riley Gunther, so he'll bat it to the corner. Out comes Malin with a feed through the middle, but Bardero was double teamed. Puck is cleared off the wall, but Tyler Hart keeps it in. Puck bounces loose to Jay Merkley. He'll get it through to Philip Todd, who barely gets the puck into the center ice area. McVeigh twists and turns at the Raider line. His pass for Bardero is broken up, however. Comes loose to Jay Merkley, but he runs into a traffic jam. So here come the Raiders 3-on-1. It's Malin in front to Bardero, that is a shot. Deflects off the glass right into the crease, where it's smothered by Liam Liston, and Logan McVeigh gets knocked on top of the Lethbridge goalie.
Oh, what a great give and go here from between Anthony Bardero and Justin Malin. It's a 3-on-1. Bardero has it in the middle, gives it to Malin, quickly gets the return pass, and misses the net, but it comes dangerously in front. Logan McVeigh crashes the net looking for a rebound, but Liam Liston does a great job covering that puck up in traffic with Logan McVeigh all over him.
Raiders opt for the big line for this offensive zone face-off in the Lethbridge zone. McNeil at center ice facing off against Russell Maxwell of the Hurricanes. Maxwell being told to get into position, and he wins a draw. Handing it off. Pass from Jakubowski finds Bazuk, who cuts through the middle to the Prince Albert line. Lets it go from the circle. That's stopped short side by Holowenko, and Bazuk is squashed by Jaworski in the corner. Back comes Daniluk with some speed down the right side. He'll tip it past Oslansky and retrieve the puck in the corner, but gets taken in on the boards. Back for it is Russell Maxwell. His feed's a good one for Galbraith, who will move across center, hit the Raider line, get it back to Maxwell, whose shot misses high. Oslansky holds the line at the right point, or that's Jakubowski rather. He'll tip it down the wall. Puck is relayed to Maxwell in the corner. Russell Maxwell will dish to the line for Oslansky, whose pass just gets through to Galbraith. Shot from the circle, hits a body in front, loose puck. It's tipped by Holowenko. The net is knocked off as there's a mad scramble in front of the Prince Albert net, stopping play.
Yeah, we've had a lot of trouble in that in this second period here as Spencer Galbraith come all the way over from the blue line into Cole Holowenko's crease. And they're going to rule that it was his fault, and it's going to be another neutral zone face-off here.
12:45 left in the second. Bardero for the Raiders, Bazook for the Hurricanes, the second period goal scorers. Hurricanes lead the PA Insurance shot clock 25-6. PA Insurance always there when you need them. Hurricanes win the neutral zone draw. McCoy Urkamps is pushed by McVeigh as he clears it in behind the Prince Albert net. Holowenko plays it high off the glass for McVeigh, but it bounces off him, and he gets into a battle on the half wall. Puck is stolen by Bonacisi, whose pass is picked off by McVeigh, who swings it down the middle. It's Bardero handing off to Malin, back to Bardero. Scores! Great give and go. Bardero hits the top corner short side, and it's a one-goal hockey game again.
Oh, what chemistry between Bardero and Malin, especially in this second period here. Just passing the puck, the give and goes, the chemistry. It's really fun to watch as Malin draws in the check there of Kizuk, is able to get it back to Bardero, goes bar down again, glove side on Liam Liston. I don't know if that's a scouting report or if it's just a coincidence here, but Bardero is just sniping him on the glove side here of Liam Liston. 3-2 Lethbridge Hurricanes as the Raiders are back in it.
So Anthony Bardero with his 29th and 30th goals of the season.
Scored by number 21, Anthony Bardero. Assisted by number 19, Justin Malin. And number 17, Logan McVeigh.
Now Noller in all alone. He misses the top corners. He tried to hit the shelf. McNeil is bumped working out of the corner. Noller will try and dish to the line, but the pass forces Tyler Hart back to center ice. What a chance by Jesse Noller to tie the hockey game on a breakaway. It's dumped deep into Lethbridge territory. Goalie Liam Liston has his pass knocked down by Noller. He'll hand off to McNeil, who tries to work around the net, but he's checked by Johnson. So Noller carries on. He'll drop it off to Austin Burris, who will work the wall. Burris to the hash marks, deals to Jaworski, who fades to the midpoint, lets the wrister go. That's blocked. So he'll hand it off to Burris in the circle. His pass is off a leg. Morrissey holds the line at the right point, setting a backhander in behind the net. Adam Henry is bumped by Burris big time, but the Hurricanes come away with the puck. It deflects down the ice right on goal, so there's no icing. 11:13 left in the second. It's 3-2 Hurricanes. Long feed is steered by Holinka across the line, but promptly swatted out by Spencer Galbraith. So Jaworski's pass from the Raider line hits Philip Todd on the way down the ice, so there's no icing. Oslansky reverses the puck to the corner for Galbraith. He'll sidestep the forechecking Luke Mahura and send one to center ice. It's chipped across the Raider line, but they recover quickly. Ruoff headmans to Carson Perreault, whose feed is blocked, and he'll tip it in across the line on a delayed offside, so the Raiders have to tag up. That gives Oslansky lots of time to move out from behind the Lethbridge net. He'll swing around Luke Mahura, and now around Michael Holinka. It's Oslansky down the left side, deep into the Raider zone. He's hammered in on the boards by Harrison Ruoff, who's going to go off for boarding once the Raiders touch up. Puck comes back to the line. Urkamps can't keep it in. 6 attackers out for Lethbridge as Urkamps backs off in behind his own line. Gets it through to Bonacisi. He'll hand off to Merkley. Holinka finally touches up. Stopping play with 10-12 left in the second period, and the Raiders facing a crucial core rock and dirt penalty kill.
Well, this is a tough call here on Harrison Ruoff. It looked to me like Oslansky was trying to turn away, and as a result was facing the boards for a split second as Ruoff hit him. So he's kind of turning into the boards as Ruoff hit him, but nevertheless it's a boarding call here against Harrison Ruoff. He'll be in the box for 2 minutes or less here.
Face off to the left of Cole Holowenko, won by Mark McNeil. Corbin eludes a check, but his clearing attempt hit Yuri Bazook. Puck comes loose. Hurricanes go on the attack. Bazook hands it off. It's back to Oslansky at the point, who will dish to Russell Maxwell. His feet finds Bazook in the corner, who gets his feet moving up the wall, sends it to Oslansky at the midpoint. He'll dish it to the circle. McCoy Urkamps from there gives it back to Oslansky at the point. He'll fake and swing it to the circle. Bazook sauces it back to the point. Oslansky's one-timer just misses. Russell Maxwell works out of the left wing corner and sets up on the hash marks. Now he'll dish it down low. Yuri Bazook is pressured, so he gives it back to Maxwell. Maxwell right out in front, stop by Holowenko. The rebound's chipped wide. Maxwell works out of the corner, glides back toward the point, pivots, fakes at the top of the circle and sends it to the corner. Bazook works back up the wall, puts on the brakes. Yuri Bazook drops it back off to Maxwell. Raiders holding their 4-man box. Centering pass deflects off Jaworski to the corner. Maxwell tries to center from there, but he can't. Puck comes loose to a stickless Antoine Corbin, who can't get it out. Now he recovers his stick and the puck, only to be checked. Corbin has his pass picked off. Maxwell centers it. Great save. Holowenko on the one-timer backdoor by Yuri Bazook. Now Urkamps from the left wing half wall slips it down low to Russell Maxwell. 30 seconds left in this Korok and Dirt penalty kill. Centering pass deflects to Oslansky. Wrist shot from the point hits a couple of bodies and misses. Maxwell holds the line at the left point. His pass deflects through to Yuri Bazook. His feed is picked off by Mike Winther, who will chip it off the wall and into the Hurricane zone with 13 seconds to go in the Harrison Ruoff penalty. So the Hurricanes set up and go back on the attack. McCoy Urkamps with a breakaway pass finds Philip Tutt, but he couldn't handle it, so he'll fade to the corner. His centering pass deflects off Riley Gunther. Al Bardero wins control of the puck and shovels it ahead to McVeigh. Raiders back at full strength. McVeigh across the line with Malin. McVeigh trying to sweep it in front, but can't. Logan McVeigh gets knocked off stride. Penalty coming up to Lethbridge now. It's dropped off to Gunther at the point. He rips a pass across to Malin. Back in front, Gunther with a shot that misses and ends up out of play. And the Raiders will go on the power play. We'll take our second period water cooler break for the Purified Water Store, the official supplier to the Prince Albert Raiders. From the faceoff, loose puck in front. McVeigh is stopped point blank by Liam Liston as he tried to shovel the backhand 5-hole.
Yeah, he's had a really good couple of shifts here as Logan McVeigh drawing the hooking penalty there and Jay Merkley, and now a great chance right off the face-off on the power play.
On the face-off, puck is retrieved on the half wall by Bardero, gets knocked down. That allows the Hurricanes to get it out. Maxwell tries to dish to Jakubowski, but they turn it over at the Prince Albert line, and back come the Raiders. McVeigh into Hurricane territory, drops it off to Malin. His pass intended for Bardero is tipped. And back comes Jamin Jakubowski. The former Beardy's Blackhawk works around Morrissey, but is checked by Zach Hodder, who now has the puck. Now Zach Hodder has some room to operate down the left side. Hits the Lethbridge line, winds and fires, but that's blocked. And Philip Tutt will sweep it down the ice with 1:19 to go in this Lakeland Ford power play. 7:07 left in the second. It's 3-2 Hurricanes this period for Prairie Mobile Communications. Now Josh Morrissey fends off the forecheck to send Corbin down the left side. His blast from the point will be absorbed by Liam Liston with 1:06 to go in this Lakeland Ford power play.
Yeah, Antoine Corbin with a huge shot there from the point heading in. He's got 3 goals and 1 assist in his last 5 games, so that's encouraging to see from the Prince Albert Raiders standpoint for 19-year-old defenseman Antoine Corbin.
It's McNeil, Daniluk, and Winther up for the face-off. Corbin and Morrissey on the points, but Bonacisi wins another draw, and that allows McCoy Urkamps to send it down the middle and down the ice. Goalie Cole Holowenko sweeps a high backhand pass that's gloved down by Morrissey, but Philip Todd is right on him. Todd steals the puck in the corner. His centering pass deflects, and Holowenko has to make the save short side, and he throws the puck to Shane Daniluk. He'll dish to McNeil and take the return pass and give it back to the Raider captain. McNeil steams down the right side into the Lethbridge zone, is forced to the half wall where he spins, and hands off in the corner for Mike Winther. He'll deal the line to Corbin, who moves it across to Tyler Hart. He'll walk to the middle, fake the shot, and dish to McNeil. Mark McNeil, top of the left wing circle. Back to Hart, one-timer off the post. Corbin kicks the puck down low for Daniluk, who circles the net and deals it back to McNeil. He's on the left wing half wall. McNeil, top of the circle, feathers it through to Corbin. Wrist shot, that deflects off Daniluk and high. Bonacisi is harassed by Winther and turns it over to McNeil. McNeil to the slot with a wrister, that misses the top corner. Philip Todd is bumped by McNeil, allowing Corbin to hold the line. His shot will float wide as the Hurricanes come back to full strength. And out comes Jay Merkley. Down the right side, his shot from the Raider line will be steered out of play by Cole Holowenko. 5:39 left in the second. It's 3-2 Hurricanes on ZEP Raider Radio.
A clear day is like a gift when you've got a crop ready to come off the field. Blue sky is the color of optimism. It means it's time to cash in. No one knows this better than Farm World. The New Holland CR 9000 Series combines give you features like their twin rotor for efficient and time-saving harvesting with reliability that means when the weather cooperates, you're ready. See the New Holland CR 9000 Series combines and know the meaning of blue sky optimism. Be blue sky ready with Farm World, your New Holland dealer in Prince Albert, Humboldt, and Canistino, or online at farmworld.ca.
Raiders pressing again with 5 minutes to go in the second period, but Adam Henry comes up with the puck, cuts right to the side of the net. Will dish it to Daniel Johnson. He'll send it to the Raider line. Right to Graham Hood. He'll center it. Puck bounces off a stick and to the side of the net. Now it's cleared off the opposite wall to Spencer Galbraith on the half wall. He'll take it back to the left point and deal it down low to Graham Hood. His centering pass will be intercepted. Out comes McVeigh with a pass for Malin as the Raiders break 3-on-2. It's Malin across the line, working around the defense. His shot is stopped short side by Liston. Now it's back to the line. Corbin winds and fires. Pad saved by Liston through traffic, and now a penalty coming up to Spencer Galbraith as he drilled Logan McVeigh from behind. And with 4:42 left in the second, the Raiders get their 4th Lakeland Ford power play of the night.
McVeigh just draws so many penalties just because he works so hard. You know, he's not afraid to go to those areas. He's standing right in front of the net, absorbing all kinds of abuse from Spencer Galbraith. Eventually, he gets cross-checked so hard he falls down, and as a result, his team's on the power play once again here.
It's McNeil, Winther, and Daniluk up front. Morrissey and Corbin on the points. McNeil wins the draw cleanly to Morrissey, who will walk the line to the middle and send it back to McNeil. Sharp angle shot off the pad of Liston with Daniluk providing a nice screen. They tie up on the hash marks. It's back to Morrissey again at the point. He'll deal to McNeil, but he's under pressure, and Ozlansky golfs the puck to the Prince Albert line. 1:39 left in this Lakeland Ford power play as the Raiders get reset in their own zone. Corbin swings it around the net to Morrissey in the corner. He'll be pressured and gets the puck stolen by Sam McKechnie. It's centered, but there are 2 Raiders covering the slot, and out comes Mark McNeil with a great move on Maxwell. McNeil picks up speed and swings it across to Winther. Wrist shot blocked at the defense by McCoy Urkamps. Puck is gloved down by Morrissey, who fades to the circle and dangles to the hash marks. Now it's to Corbin at the midpoint. To McNeil, but there's no shooting lane. Mark McNeil controls, looks for options, gives it back to Corbin at the midpoint. It's across to Morrissey on the hash marks. They'll crisscross. Now it's McNeil. Top of the left wing circle, fading back to the left point. McNeil still with the puck. Gives it to Morrissey, who fans on his pass, and the Raiders have to retreat. It's swung across quickly to Mark McNeil, but Daniluk couldn't clear the zone in time, so they'll face it off in the neutral zone with 49 seconds to go in this Lakeland Ford power play.
Yeah, they're going to make it all the way back here as, they're going to face off at center ice. But yeah, just Josh Morrissey, he was undecided when that puck came to him whether he was going to fake the shot or take it, and kind of did neither, and it went past him.
Now Hodder will hand off to Bardero, who works his way into Lethbridge territory and pulls up in the corner. Bardero hits Hodder with a pass at the point. He'll swing it across to Ruup, who gives it back to Hodder, who fakes at the midpoint. Now Bardero, top of the circle, deals it down low. Out comes Justin Malin. Back to Hodder. One-timer is off McVeigh, who sweeps at the puck but can't get the shot away. Hodder at the left point fakes and moves it across to Ruup on the right. To Hodder at the midpoint. His pass is off the wall to Bardero. He'll glide to the corner and crisscross with Justin Malin, and now takes the pass. Shot from the circle. Deflects off Daniel Johnson and out of play with 11 seconds to go in this Lakeland Ford power play. 2:53 left in the second. Brought to you by Prairie Mobile Communications. It's 3-2 Lethbridge.
Well, Zach Hodder, his first game as a Prince Albert Raider, just an exceptional skater. You know, we talked a little bit about in between the breaks. You know, he's not quite used to the pace yet, as he's been in the BCHL with the Coquitlam Express, but, you know, lots to like about him.
Hodder with the puck right now. Looks for a lane, lets the wrister go and just misses. Battle for the puck in the corner, won by the Hurricanes, but Ruup holds the line. He'll sweep it back down low, but it eludes McVeigh. Bardero spins off the check of Galbraith, who's out of the penalty box, and regains control. He'll hand off to Malin as they work the wall deep in the Lethbridge zone. Justin Malin drops back to Bardero. McVeigh tries to get the shot away, but swings and misses on another one. Puck is cleared to the Prince Albert line, sending Hodder back. He'll chip it off the wall, goes right to Justin Malin. He'll be knocked off stride, so the Raiders regroup with Hodder headmanning to McVeigh at center ice, but stepping up on him is Ozlansky. Now Bazook works to the wall, bounces a pass through. It's tipped in behind the net by Jamin Jakubowski, but he is checked there. Puck comes loose to Hodder, who rips it off the glass. Ozlansky keeps it in at the left point, sending it off the right wing boards and behind the net. Now Ruoff feathers a pass through to Bardero. His long feed is out of the reach of Logan McVeigh, but it's off Ozlansky, so there's no icing. Out of the net is Liam Liston with a stretch pass to Bazook, who hands off to Russell Maxwell, but he's caught and taken in on the boards by Tyler Hart. A four-way battle for the puck develops there. Comes loose to the Hurricanes. Graham Hood can't get the shot away. Diving and chipping it wide is Bazook. Working down the wall is Urkamps. He swings it around the net to Russell Maxwell. He'll fade to the circle and shoot, but that's blocked out in front. Jesse Noller for the Raiders. Headmans to Holenka, who will hand off to McNeil, but he loses the puck at the Lethbridge line. Stepping up at center ice is Tyler Hart. He'll rip it back into Canes territory with 1:10 to go in the second period. Lethbridge still up by 1. Now McCoy Urkamps is chased out of the corner by Jesse Noller. Chips it off Antoine Corbin into the Prince Albert zone, but Jaworski wins the race for the puck. We're in the Minute Muffler break entire final minute of the second period. It's been brought to you by Prairie Mobile Communications. Long pass finds Holenka in the neutral zone. He'll drop it back to Tyler Jaworski. He'll chug the center and send it into the Lethbridge zone. It deflects to McNeil, whose pass from the corner is stopped by goaltender Liam Liston. Now the Hurricanes get reset. Jamal Watson's pass deflects off Daniluk and sends Adam Henry back into the left wing corner. From behind the net, he swings it up the wall. Jamal Watson misses the check from Morrissey. The puck ends up at the Prince Albert line. Todt steals it there, tries to center, but it's stopped by a diving Shane Daniluk. Todt and Ruoff battle deep in the Prince Albert zone. Now getting away with a trip is Jay Merkley. That forces Cole Holowenko to make a sharp angle save as the Raiders turn the puck over as a result. It's now chipped off the glass into the center ice area. McNeil can't catch up with it, but deflects in across the line. Morrissey is taken out and knocked down along the boards as the Raiders run out of time in period number 2. Heading to the third, it's the Lethbridge Hurricanes 3, the Prince Albert Raiders 2. We are back with the Stage Star summary in 2 minutes.
I can't believe it's so hard and smooth.
On a 3-year voice and data plan. They also stock smartphones for use on the SaskTel CDMA network.
Not only do they have smartphones galore, they even carry convenient prepaid 4G and CDMA phones. Check them all out online and on Facebook.
GL Mobile. Now you're talking.
How's the anniversary party planning going?
I still need to find 2 big tents. Any ideas?
Call Northern Rentals.
What about porta potties? Any suggestions?
Call Northern Rentals. They rent everything you'll need to make this event a success. Where else would I have found 1,000 folding chairs and a snow cone machine?
Snow cone machine?
Yep. My son got married out at our place last August. It was 37 degrees.
I'll bet your guests appreciated that.
Yep. And it kept my wife cool, too.
Find everything you need to plan your party or event. Northern Rentals on 17th Street West. Call 763-8838.
With 30 this year, Yuri Bazook got his 7th of the year for the Hurricanes. There was a goal post. There was some missed chances, so the Raiders have had ample opportunities to tie this hockey game, Jeff.
They have, and they could be up, you know what, just as well as they played in the second period. Obviously, they're not down 3-2, just that. But you know what, you just kind of want to build off of what you did in the second period here in the third and see what happens here.
Mark McNeil standing opposite Nick Bonacisi for our third period faceoff, brought to you by Great Canadian Oil Change, and we're underway. McCoy Urkamps has lots of room to operate from outside of his own zone, from inside his own zone rather. Sends it across to Tyler Kizik, who has 2 goals in this season series. He'll chip it deep into the Prince Albert zone. Zach Hodder under pressure from Bonacisi eludes him, but gets double teamed in the corner. But Mark McNeil is now back to help out, and he feathers it to the open side, sending Kizik pinching down low. He takes a big hit from Ruoff as he spins the puck to the opposite side. Hodder puts on the brakes there, dishes to Ruoff. He's pursued around the net and pokes one up the wall for Mark McNeil. The Raiders break out. McNeil gets his feet moving down the right side into the Hurricane zone, but can't get the shot away from the boards. Hodder, who jumped into the rush, knocks his man down. Corbin scrambles to keep it in at the line, but his pass is picked off by Bonacisi, and back come the Hurricanes. Bonacisi has some skating room to the Prince Albert line, glides and fires that stopped short side by the blocker of Cole Holowenko. Now Malin's pass down the middle is picked off by Jamal Watson. He rips one off the post. That was a bad pass down the middle and almost cost the Raiders. Ozlansky keeps it in at the line, forcing Hodder to rim it around the wall. It's stopped by Spencer Galbraith. Bardero steps up to chip it to center ice. Galbraith will lift it back into PA territory. Race for the puck. Todd is checked by goalie Cole Holowenko. Cooley came out of the net to play the puck as the Raiders were caught on a bad line change. Now Corbin chips a backhand pass up the wall for the circling Justin Malin. He'll send it rink wide to Tyler Jaworski. He barrels down the left side with a shot from outside the circle. That's caught and held by goalie Liam Liston. 1 minute and 38 seconds into period number 3, brought to you by AR Plumbing and Heating.
Oh, two horrible mistakes by the Prince Albert Raiders. They're lucky this game is still 3-2. You know, the sloppy line change. It almost broke out into a 2-0 rush for the Lethbridge Hurricanes, and then just a turnover. Jamal Watson with a toe drag snipe just almost beat Cole Holowenko, but missed on the blocker's side.
On the faceoff, Jaworski feathers one around the net. Daniel Johnson intercepts, chips it to the open side. Bazook, pressured by Jaworski, gets it to the line but not out. Halenka spins a shot wide short side. Noller in on the forecheck. Takes the puck from Daniel Johnson and gives it to Mahura, but it's stolen back by Russell Maxwell. He'll scamper around the net. His feet is picked off in the neutral zone by Halenka, whose pass sends Morrissey back, and he's pressured. So Halenka back to help out. Carries one to the neutral zone. Gets tripped up by Maxwell, who was going for the puck on the play. Now it's Jakubowski the other way, being chased by Noller. He'll just flip one in from center ice, and the Hurricanes change on the fly. 17:39 left in the third. It's 3-2 Lethbridge. This period is brought to you by AR Plumbing and Heating. Gunther screams down the right side deep into the Lethbridge zone. Pulls up and is taken in on the end wall by Tyler Kizik. Puck is poked loose, but unable to catch up with it is Max Moline. Now Bardero feathers a pass out of the reach of Austin Boris. He'll be bumped off the puck by Urkamps. Working around the net is Max Moline. He'll reverse the puck as the Hurricanes regroup. Urkamps swings it through to Kizik, whose pass for Wong is broken up by Gunther, so there's no icing. Cole Holowenko leads the puck in behind the net for Tyler Hart, who just blasts it into the center ice area. Galbraith rips a pass rink wide for Oslansky, and he'll just snap one in on goal. Puck is steered to the corner by Holowenko. Bonacisi bumps hard off the puck, but Boris is there. But he'll be checked working up the wall, so he taps it high in the air to the Lethbridge line. It's gloved by Oslansky, who fades and hands off to Graham Hood. He'll work right down the middle into the Prince Albert zone, cuts to the left wing, chips it right through the goalmouth. Scramble for the loose puck. It ends up in the corner. A centering pass is blocked, and out come the Raiders. Winter neatly takes the pass from Daniluk and tries to work past Galbraith. They'll battle deep into the Lethbridge zone. Winter tries to hand off to McNeil, but it's stolen back by the Hurricanes. Oslansky out of the left wing corner. Saucers a long backhand pass just out of the reach of McKechnie, who would have been in all alone instead. It's an icing call against Lethbridge.
Well, that's a phenomenal look there from Landon Oslansky, looking for McKechnie way up front. It was almost like a football pass there. You know, just trying to go deep, leading your receiver, trying to get past the safety. That almost worked there, but just a couple of yards, if you will, too far for Sam McKechnie.
It's McNeil, Mahura, and Noller up for the faceoff, but another faceoff is won by Bonacisi. The Hurricanes set up. Pass for Hood is stopped by Ruop at the line, but he can't get the shot through. Noller works feverishly but can't keep it in. Back comes Galbraith to the Hurricanes, but he's stopped and bumped by Ruop at the Prince Albert line. Hurricanes make a change on the fly as out comes Antoine Corbin. His pass sends Ruop down the right side. He'll let one go from the circle. That's off the blocker of Liam Liston. And out of play with 15:50 left in the third. The Raiders still trailing by one. They trail 35-17 on the PA Insurance shot clock. PA Insurance always there when you need them.
Yeah, it's a very interesting play here by Rich Preston. He just a quick change, if you will. He got out the Merkley Todd and Jamal Watson line out to face McNeil, Bardero, and McVeigh. So look for that matchup.
Hurricanes win the draw and get it out of their own zone. Raiders regroup with a pass to Morrissey. He'll slip it down the middle of McVeigh, whose long feed sends Bardero down the left side. He works around Daniel Johnson, gets pushed in behind the net, however. Now Malin works out of the corner, lets it go from the circle, stopped short side by Liston. Bardero back up the wall, takes it all the way back to the point. His backhand pass is blocked. Now Merkley headmans to Jamal Watson. He'll carry it into the Prince Albert zone, where he's poke checked by Jaworski, who tips the puck into the center ice area. It's stolen there by Malin, who works down the left side into the Hurricane zone. His shot deflects wide. Malin screams in for the rebound, but can't come up with it, and out comes Philip Todd down the left wing boards. Todt cuts into the middle at the Raider line, but Jamal Watson was offside, and Michael Holenka had Todt lined up and just missed him on what would have been a horrific body check.
Absolutely. He kind of let up. He still made contact with Todt, but there's not going to be a penalty as Holenka was just kind of following through on his play. Definitely did let up and try to avoid contact, but yeah, you're right. If that play was onside, Todt was going to be in a whole bunch of trouble there.
14:59 left in the third. It's still the Hurricanes 3, the Prince Albert Raiders 2. From the faceoff, Noller carries across center and dishes a backhander in behind the Lethbridge net. It's stopped there for Tyler Kizik, who pokes it up the wall. Yuri Bazuk is pinched upon by Tyler Hart. Puck comes loose to McCoy Urkamps. The 16-year-old sets up behind the net, makes the outlet pass to the half wall, and Jakubowski flips a high one to center ice. It's gloved down by Tyler Hart. Bazuk, however, is offside at the Prince Albert line. 14:35 left in the third. The Hurricanes up by 1 on Zep Raider Radio.
Number 24, 2 minutes for high sticking.
Folks, we've just got a minute left. It's a 2-all tie, and the home team is on the power play.
And so is Ramada. Right now, you can take advantage of discounted rates and still collect Wyndham Rewards points. Now, that really is some kind of power play. Check us out at Ramada.ca or call 1-800-2-RAMADA for details.
He shoots. He scores!
Ramada. You do your thing, leave the rest to us. All Ramada hotels in Canada are independently owned and operated.
As we return to the Art Hauser Center, and Anthony Bardero's shot from the circle was stopped and held by Liam Liston, who makes his 16th save of the night, forcing the faceoff deep in Hurricane territory. And the Northern wrenches a PA out-of-town scoreboard. 10 minutes to go in the third in Moose Jaw. The Generals lead Tisdale 2-1 in Game 3 of that Midget AAA quarterfinal series, which is tied at a game each. Mark McNeil wins the faceoff. Hodder lets the shot go from the point, but that's blocked. Daniluk weaves around Oslansky, centers it. It's chipped wide, short side by Mark McNeil. Now McNeil takes the pass from Daniluk in the corner, spins on Oslansky and sends it around the net. Daniluk from the other side deals to Hodder at the point. It's across to Harrison Ruopp with a wrist shot that deflects off the glass. Bonacisi beats Winther to the puck. Makes a nifty pass to McKechnie, but he's stopped by the pinching Zach Hodder. So Daniluk tries to chip a pass through. That's blocked. It's poked right to Daniluk, who hands off to Hodder, whose pass is deflected by Ruopp because he was under pressure. Now Graham Hood finds some skating room for the Hurricanes to center ice and sweeps it across to McKechnie, but that play goes offside at the Prince Albert line.
Yeah, now it's the Lethbridge Hurricanes looking really flat offensively and out of sync as well. Just it has to be their third offside already in this period. So, I think they should just try getting the puck in deep. If they're having that much trouble crossing the blue line in unison, just get it in deep and make the Raiders work 200 feet for it.
Raiders win control from the faceoff at their own line. Jaworski headmans to Malin, who's stopped at the Lethbridge line. Daniel Johnson is forced to circle by Justin Malin. He'll drop it off. Now comes Adam Henry with some skating room down the middle of the red line. He'll flip it deep into the PA zone. Jaworski under pressure from Jamal Watson. They tie up. Jaworski tries to work through the double team and does so neatly. He'll headman to Justin Malin, who's one-on-one against Henry. Malin cuts to the middle, drops it off to McVeigh, but he's checked by Daniel Johnson. But Bardero follows up. Bardero to the corner, spins on Merkley. Justin Malin puts on the brakes and tries to give it back to Bardero. They work the wall deep in Lethbridge territory. Anthony Bardero loses the puck to Jay Merkley. It's stolen back by Malin. Centering pass. McVeigh with a shot. A second shot. 2 saves by Liston. They jam away. Puck comes loose. Morrissey keeps it in. Morrissey to the circle. Hands off to Malin down low. Malin centers it. It deflects to Bardero. He fans on a shot and it flutters wide. Now Johnson flips it high off the glass, and it's sent down the ice by Philip Todt. But it'll be right on goal, so there's no icing. Long passes steered by Bardero into Hurricane territory. The Raiders will change on the fly. So McCoy Urkamps, a second-round pick in 2010, sends it down the ice. That'll be an icing call, even though Jamin Jakubowski was tripped by Riley Gunther in the neutral zone. But I guess they're ruling he couldn't have touched the puck anyway. So it's icing against the Hurricanes with 12:14 to go in the third. PA Insurance shot clock. 36-20 now. Lethbridge, PA Insurance, always there when you need them.
Well, Rich Preston, I think, agrees with you. He was yelling at the officials trying to get a call there. But, yeah, I've been really impressed with McCoy Urkamp so far in this game.
On the faceoff, Jesse Noller's pass from the corner doesn't get through. Jakubowski has his pass deflect off the stick of Kizik, so he'll track it down at center, cross the red line, and clear it into PA territory. Jamin Jakubowski has his centering pass blocked by McNeil, who spins off the check of Russell Maxwell, tips the puck loose, retrieves it, and headmans to Noller. Jesse Noller cuts into the middle in the neutral zone, feathers a long feed for Holenka. He'll steer it back into the corner for Jesse Noller, but he can't get the centering pass through. Gunther intercepts at the point, swings it across to Corbin. His wrist shot is deflected wide by Mark McNeil. Now Gunther pinches to the half wall to try and keep the pressure on, but he's double teamed, and the Hurricanes clear it out. Corbin backs off inside the Raider line, sends one down the middle to McNeil, who will circle. Mark McNeil hits the Lethbridge line, lets one go from the half wall. That'll be stopped and smothered by Liam Liston with 11:20 to go in the third. It's still 3-2 Lethbridge. Third period action brought to you by AR Plumbing and Heating.
Well, I thought Mark McNeil had a really good opportunity on the deflection. It looked like it was going to go high and wide on Liam Liston's blocker side. The shot from Antoine Corbin from the point, but McNeil deflected it, and it went, too low on the glove side. So a really drastic deflection by Mark McNeil.
Hurricanes recover from the faceoff and break out. McKechnie dumps one deep into the Prince Albert zone. Holowenko's clearing attempt is off the stick of McKechnie and out of play. On the Northern Rentals of Prince Albert out-of-town scoreboard after 2 periods in Carrot River, it's the Tri-Town Thunder 1, the Prince Albert IceHawks 1. So it looks like Game 5 could go right down to the wire as well.
Well, that whole series has just been bananas. I mean, a lot of fun to be a part of and watch, that's for sure.
They'll face it off outside the Prince Albert line. McNeil, Noller, and Daniluk now the forward unit for the Raiders. Scramble draw. Puck comes loose, but it's off the stick of Ruoff and retrieved by Jay Merkley. The 3rd overall pick in 2010 swings it around the net, but McNeil is back to intercept. He gets his pocket picked by Merkley, however, who deals it down low. That's over the stick of Philip Todt to the near side. Down Noller. Misses Daniluk with a neutral zone feed. Daniel Johnson will move back for the puck, and that's barely an icing call as Daniel Johnson took the long route around which to play the puck, but he got the icing call nonetheless.
Well, did he ever milk that? Daniel Johnston, he's lucky that was an icing because, the Prince Albert Raiders were in a nice forechecking formation there, 2-man forecheck supporting the puck. But, they probably would have been able to cycle something up from that, but nevertheless,
it's a face-off in the Prince Albert zone, and the Hurricanes apply some pressure. Russell Maxwell steals the loose puck from behind the net, hooks it in front, and it's tipped wide by Bazook. Now Ruoff tries to power his way up the wall, but he's bunked by Jakubowski. But Ruoff recovers to chip it to Noller. He'll work his way to center and clear it in behind the Lethbridge net, and the Raiders change on the fly. 10 minutes, 15 seconds to go in the third. It's the Hurricanes up by 1. As Jakubowski bats one deep into the Prince Albert zone from center ice, and the Hurricanes make their change. So out comes Tyler Jaworski with a feed intended for Morrissey, but it bounces past him. Malin can't come up with it. Puck bounces around like a hot potato at the Lethbridge line. Finally, it's swept to center ice, but right to Anthony Bardero. He'll hook it across to Logan McVeigh. A shot from Wello gets through. Rebound is deflected out of the air by Malin. The puck ends up wide, and Malin ends up in the net. Now McKechnie will lift a high one into the Prince Albert zone. The puck will spin over the red line for an icing call against Lethbridge. And they get bailed out by our 3rd period water cooler break by the Purified Water Store. The FC wins another draw. From the corner, Spencer Galbraith outlets to Graham Hood. His feed is tipped by McNeil right to Daniluk, but he is checked at center ice. So Hood turns back the other way, glides to the Prince Albert line, and feathers one in deep. Ruoff under pressure from Bonacisi, sweeps it around the net to Morrissey, who hands off to McNeil. He cuts and headbands to Daniluk. His pass gets through to Mike Winther, who can't split the Lethbridge defense. McNeil with a blast from well out has it deflect high. Now Daniluk steals the puck deep in Lethbridge territory in the corner, but can't get the pass through as it's pinned along the wall by Landon Oslansky. He'll sweep it ahead to Jamal Watson. He'll tie it up in his skates. Now he's finally bumped by Daniluk. Puck comes loose. Watson will just send an easy one into the Prince Albert zone, sending Harrison Ruoff back. He's chased by Graham Hood, who steals the puck for the Hurricanes, but is bumped by Ruoff in the corner. Out comes Mark McNeil, but he gets spun around, recovers to dish it to center ice. Winther will hand off to Malin, who pokes the puck down the wall, retrieves it himself. Tries to work against Adam Henry, but the Hurricanes recover. And out they come again. Graham Hood slowly to center. Sends an easy one ahead for Daniel Johnson, who will engage with Antoine Corbin. But the Raider defenseman comes up with the puck. His feet is blocked on the half wall by Jay Merkley. It's centered, but intercepted by Jaworski, who taps it head to McVeigh. He'll be bumped by Daniel Johnson at center ice and took a high stick. Philip Todd tries to move his way past Jaworski, but gets tied up. Puck is still loose. It rolls to the Prince Albert line, where it's grabbed by Justin Malin. Not a lot of room to operate out there. Malin across the Lethbridge line, gets surrounded and checked. Back comes Todd with a short pass to Jay Merkley. He's down the left side. The return feed is picked off by the back-checking Anthony Bardero, and he gets his feet moving down the left side. Working wide on Urquhart, right to the side of the net, stopped by Liston. And the puck is jammed into the side of the net by Justin Malin. It'll be smothered there by the left-hand zone. On the faceoff, Hurricanes recover from another faceoff, but it's turned over at the line, where Zach Hunter's long shot floats wide. Jesse Noller is checked on the hash marks. Hurricanes get it out this time. Hodder intercepts and swings it back in behind the Lethbridge net. It's set up there for McCoy Urkamps. Winther backs off as Urkamps banks the puck to center ice, where it's deflected down the ice by Jakubowski. Out of the net is Cole Holowenko, sending one high off the glass to the Lethbridge line. From there, it's Kizik's pass, tipped by Jakubowski right to Josh Morrissey, but he can't get it through Jakubowski on the half wall. So Corbin weaves back up the wall, chipping one high off the glass into the Lethbridge zone. Bardero racing after it, beats Oslansky to the loose puck, but gets taken in the corner on the boards. Bardero is bumped a second time by Oslansky, allowing Russell Maxwell to intercept. His pass gets through to Galbraith, who tries to dangle past Jaworski, but he can't split the Raider defense. Back comes Corbin with a long pass that's retrieved by McNeil. He's down the right side into the Hurricane zone, working around the net now. McNeil tries to drop it off to Daniluk. He steals the puck from Oslansky and swings it down low. Centering pass just misses McNeil. Corbin with a blast that's blocked by Graham Hood, and that broke his stick. Puck is rimmed around on the wall. The pinching Tyler Jaworski keeps the pressure on. Bardero can't handle the rolling puck. It's kept in by a diving Antoine Corbin. Now Daniluk from the high slot is forced to fade to the boards. Daniluk from the corner gets a pass through it, deflects to the opposite side. Jaworski pinches again. His centering pass is off a skate. Finally, the Hurricanes clear it down the ice. It'll be right on goal, so there's no icing. Cole Holowenko lifts a stretch pass to Bardero, but it's offside at the Lethbridge line with 5:58 left in the third. And the Canes leading 3-2. This period is brought to you by AR Plumbing and Heating.
Oh, there's a chance there for Bardero, but just ahead of the flip puck there. So yeah, another couple of chances for the Prince Albert Raiders. Graham Hood lost his stick on the play, was broken by Antoine Corbin blast, and that caused all kinds of shenanigans in Lethbridge's zone.
On the faceoff, Hodder bats one in behind the Lethbridge net. It's cleared back against the wall and stopped at the line by Hodder. His wrist shot deflects on goal. Great save by Liston on the Justin Malin deflection, and a nice play by Zach Hodder to hold the line and put the puck low toward the net.
Yeah, absolutely, and Malin does a great job heading towards the net and deflects that pass. And right after that, Malin went over to Hodder at the blue line, kind of gave him a nod and a stick tap on the shin pad of Hodder, so just to kind of say, yeah, good luck, kid. So, it's a confidence boost for Hodder. He's already had 11 games in the Western Hockey League this year with the Saskatoon Blades, but this is his first as a Prince Albert Raider.
Hurricanes win another draw, but Morrissey pinches to keep the pressure on, allowing McVeigh to swing a shot on goal. Malin on the wraparound is stopped on a great save by Liam Liston. Back come the Hurricanes. Yuri Bazook, the inside out move on Hunter, centers, and it deflects wide off the stick of Josh Morrissey, who was blocking that pass through the crease. Now the Hurricanes put on the press as Jakubowski pokes the puck loose, but Zach Hodder will fade in behind the Prince Albert net. He's watched by Russell Maxwell, who's right on top of goaltender Holowenko. Pass intended for Noller fails to click. It's tipped back in on a delayed offside, but Noller comes up with it. Jesse Noller's pass gets through to Logan McVeigh, who doesn't have any room to operate through the neutral zone as Hood takes it away and dumps it back into the Prince Albert zone. Less than 5 minutes to go in the third. It's the Hurricanes 3, the Prince Albert Raiders 2. This period for AR Plumbing and Heating. Now Winther bats a rink-wide pass for a waiting Justin Malin. He'll get his feet moving across the line, but his shot is blocked by Oslansky. Graham Hood takes a bump from McNeil and turns the puck over. It's centered and tipped on goal. Pad save by Liam Liston. Winther steals the puck and circles the net. but it's forced by Galbert to hand it off. Now McNeil from a sharp angle is stopped by Liston. Winter has the stick knocked out of his hands, and out come the Hurricanes to center. Graham Hood will weave, waste some time, and send it in behind the Prince Albert net as the Hurricanes change. 4:19 now left in the third. It's a one-goal Lethbridge lead. Puck is flipped high in the air off the glove of Jamal Watson and stolen by Antoine Corbin, who just stays onside. Daniluk follows up. Daniluk to the side net. Can't get the pass through. Now it's Daniel Johnson lifting one to the Prince Albert line. Jaworski under pressure from Philip Todd. Spins to get away from him. His pass is tipped by Corbin to the Lethbridge line. Daniel Johnson will back off. Move it across. The puck is relayed to Philip Todd, who steers one into the Prince Albert zone. Goalie Cole Holowenko slips it around the net to Jaworski, who pokes it up the wall to Mark McNeil. He'll be forced to bank it into the center ice area, but it hits the skate of Daniluk and is cleared back in behind the Raider net. 3:37 to go in the third. Lethbridge 3, Prince Albert 2. This period for AR Plumbing and Heating. Jaworski banks a pass that bounces deep into the Lethbridge zone, but McCoy Urkamps is first on the puck. He circles the net, is forced by Malin to headman to Maxwell. He'll flip it to the Prince Albert line, where it deflects off Jakubowski deep into PA territory. Ruoff wins that battle for the puck. Out comes Harrison Ruoff with a feed to Bardero at center ice, but he's stopped. Carrying on is Morrissey, but he can't hold the line. Bardero's pass ends up deflecting to Jakubowski, whose errant pass sends Kizik back into the corner, but he has time to set up behind the net. We've hit the 17-minute mark of the third. Hurricanes up by 1 as the puck deflects off a Raider stick into PA territory. Sam McKechnie is screened off the puck by Zach Hodder, and back comes Antoine Corbin with a feed. That's picked off by Graham Hood. He has a breakaway. Hood in all alone. Deeks stopped by Holowenko, who makes a hellacious glove save, saving the game for the Prince Albert Raiders.
I mean, Cole Holowenko has made 3. How the heck did he make those kind of saves tonight? And, you know, that was definitely his third one. Just flashing some leather here on Graham Hood, who had a clear-cut breakaway. Just a careless pass in his own zone by Antoine Corbin. You know, a suey pass, if you will. Hood is able to pick it off, walk right in, make a nice little forehand and backhand move. I thought he had that. I thought he had Holowenko beat, but not to be.
2:42 left in the third. Face-off deep in the Prince Albert zone, won by Bonacisi. Puck is slid in behind the Prince Albert net. Hodder reverses it to the open side. Anthony Bardero is forced by McKechnie to send it through to McNeil. His feet is off the stick of Malin at center ice. Bonacisi will rip it back into the Prince Albert zone. Tyler Jaworski plays past the double team to move it up the wall to Malin. He's forced back against the grain, so he'll dish it back to Jaworski. His feed ends up deep in the Lethbridge zone. They wave off the icing, sending Mark McNeil in for it. He leaves it for Malin. Malin fades. His pass deflects to the line. Ruoff will scramble to keep it in, but loses his balance, and it's hooked to center ice. 2 minutes, 3 seconds to go now. Raiders down by 1 as Malin takes the feed at the Lethbridge line, dishes back to Morrissey. He'll swing it across to Bardero. His shot is blocked. Loose puck in front. Grabbed by Morrissey, who centers it. They score! Great feed by Morrissey. Perfect finish by Malin. And it's a 3-3 hockey game.
Oh, what a pass here from number 10, Josh Morrissey. He wins the puck in the slot and just makes a blind backhanded pass to Justin Malin. Backdoor right on the doorstep. Just a perfect play here for the Prince Albert Raiders, who have tied this hockey game with 1:52 left. What a great job there by Morrissey.
So Justin Malin gets his 23rd goal of the year. The Raiders have worked hard all this third period for the tying goal. We'll see what happens now.
You know, and for Morrissey, that's his 4th point here in 4 games against the Lethbridge Hurricanes.
On the face-off, Tyler Jaworski has his pass hit McVeigh at center ice. He'll lob a backhander. A bouncer on goal, played nicely by Liam Liston. But back come the Hurricanes. Russell Maxwell feeds it to Jakubowski. He's checked by Corbin, but Maxwell carries on down the left wing boards. Shot from the circle, blocked by Corbin, who gives it away. Jakubowski's shot is blocked. Jaworski under pressure gets taken down by Russell Maxwell, but the Raiders get it out. Breakaway pass intended for Daniluk, jumps over his stick, and it'll be an icing call against the Raiders instead with 1:24 to go. Fans were wanting a penalty just moments ago, but did not get one, and Shane Daniluk is complaining to referee Curtis Howe as a result. From the face-off, Bardero jumps on the loose puck and chips it to center ice. Urkamps backs off, gets it through to Hood, who will feather it through to Sam McKechnie. He'll work the wall and chip it deep into the Prince Albert zone. Josh Morrissey has room to operate from outside or from behind the net. Hands off to Bardero in the neutral zone. He's into Lethbridge territory with a wrist shot that deflects over the glass and out of play off defenseman Tyler Kizik with 1:02 to go as Graham Hood gets into a conversation with Justin Malin after the fact.
Well, after that play, Graham Hood gave a quick little slash to the leg of Anthony Bardero right after. That's what drew Malin over to say a few words. No penalty called, though. You know, just with a minute 2 left, you know, you don't want to alter the game here if you're the referees. But, you know, if you're going to call something, that might have been the call there.
On the face-off, McNeil with a chance. Great pad save by Liston after Bardero won the face-off. And now the Hurricanes will be called for icing as we're in the minute muffler break and tire final minute with 54.7 seconds to go.
You know, that's the second time this game the Raiders have been able to draw something right off the face-off and get a good chance. Before it was Malin to Bardero. That time was Bardero to Mark McNeil. So I don't know if that's a set play or not, but it's been working twice so far here tonight.
Well, face-off, Oslansky steals the puck, dishes to Galbraith, who makes the outlet pass, and the Hurricanes break out. McKechnie pulls up at the line but can't get the feed through to Bonacisi. Zach Hunter will chip it into the center ice area. From there, Bardero drops it off to McNeil, who swings it across to Malin at the Lethbridge line, but he's checked by Galbraith. His pass ends up in the far corner, but right to Anthony Bardero. He'll cycle it down low to Mark McNeil, but he's tied up, and back comes Galbraith with 27 seconds left. Hood takes his feed and works down the left side, is forced to the hash marks where his shot is deflected high by Antoine Corbin. Puck bounces loose in the circle, but it's tipped ahead to Malin, who will just flip it into the center ice area with 13 seconds left. Adam Henry lobs it high wide of the Prince Albert net. Harrison Ruoff with 8 seconds to go puts on the brakes and eludes the forecheck of Yuri Bazuk. He'll get it to the line and out, and we are going to overtime. It's the Prince Albert Raiders 3, the Lethbridge Hurricanes 3. We are back with overtime on Zep Raider Radio right after this.
Hockey and Great Canadian Oil Change have a lot in common. Speed.
Breaking away, number 17, the fastest skater in the league.
At Great Canadian Oil Change, there's no overtime. You're in and out in 15 minutes flat.
Skill.
He shoots, he scores! Touchdown!
We lubricate, grease, and top up to ensure your car stays in the game.
Teamwork.
The Raiders of the crowd on their feet.
Customers applaud our winning service and prices.
Great Canadian Oil Change, proud supporter of the PA Raiders.
When word of mouth is telling you something important, you listen. The word is, Anderson Auto Body sets the standard for excellence in auto body repair. With the finest quality auto body technicians and free courtesy cars, you can relax because they'll take care of minor repairs right up to the biggest jobs. They'll bring back that new car look to all makes and models. When word of mouth tells you to see Anderson's, do it. Anderson Auto Body, 6th Avenue East, Prince Albert.
Morrissey and Ruoff out there from the Great Canadian Oil Change opening face-off. Ruoff circles and dishes across to Josh Morrissey. He'll hand off to Bardero, who pulls up at center ice and rips it across to Malin. He'll work down the boards and slip it to Ruoff at the point. He'll swing it across to Morrissey, whose pass finds Malin, who tried to drop it back to Morrissey, but that was blocked. So Malin will carry it back down the wall, leave it for Bardero. It's back to the point now. Ruoff lets the wrister go, stopped, rebound, and goaltender Liam Liston juggled that puck ever so slightly, but Malin couldn't connect and put it in the open net.
Oh, he made a meal of this, did Liam Liston. It looked like a harmless wrist shot from the point from Harrison Ruoff. It was low. It just went straight up in the air, and Liston had some trouble initially with it, but was able to track it down and secure the rebound.
Face off deep in Hurricane territory. 28 seconds into overtime. Bonacisi wins the draw. Urkamps chips it around the net to Tyler Kizik. He'll be forced by McNeil, but it's a nice pass that's relayed to Bonacisi. He'll glide in across the Prince Albert line, but a centering pass deflects wide off Mark McNeil. His high pass is knocked down by Bonacisi, who chips it to Graham Hood, who's around the net, but gets knocked down by Jaworski. Bonacisi jumps on the loose puck. Jaworski is all over him. Comes loose to Corbin, who outlets to Winther. His pass is too far for Mark McNeil. So Kizik will blast one in right on goal that goaltender Cole Holowenko juggles and hands off rather awkwardly to Jaworski. But his outlet pass finds Antoine Corbin, who's checked by Todd. Jaworski follows up the play to bat it up the wall. Winther hands off to McNeil. Mark McNeil spins on Galbraith, works right to the side. That puck goes right through the goal mouth as McNeil was knocked down. Now back come the Hurricanes. Jamal Watson across the line. Works wide, pulls up on the hash marks, and dishes one around the net. So out comes Harrison Ruoff for the Raiders with a pass for Daniluk. He'll scamper down the right side, but can't get around Landon Oslansky. Puck bounces out in front. It's almost stolen there by McVeigh. So he'll track it down on the wall and dish to Ruoff at the point. Ruoff hands off to Morrissey. He'll pedal to the half wall, and now down low. His centering pass is off a skate and into the Prince Albert zone. 3:05 left in overtime. As Ruoff's pass is picked off by McKechnie. 2-on-1, McKechnie fades. Backhander is off the elbow of Holowenko and high. Puck is stolen off the half wall by Urkamp. Centering pass just out of the reach of Jamal Watson, who had an open net. Puck comes loose at the line. Adam Henry keeps it in. Puck is feathered to the opposite side. Daniel Johnson races against McVeigh, wins control for the Hurricanes, who are pressing. He'll hand off to Jakubowski, who pulls up, centers it. That shot deflects wide off the backdoor man, McCoy Urkamps, and back come the Raiders. Daniluk to the Lethbridge line as the Raiders change. He'll just send it in deep for Anthony Bardero. He'll take Urkamps in on the boards, but he makes the nice short pass to Johnson, but Bardero's all over him and steals it back. However, he runs into referee Curtis Howe and couldn't make the centering pass. So Johnson tips it around the net. Adam Henry out of the corner. Gets bumped by Bardero, but following up is Daniel Johnson. His pass deflects to Sam McKechnie, who crosses the line but is checked by Hunter. Back comes Bardero with a neat drop pass to Malin. He's into Lethbridge territory. Malin is forced to the corner. His pass hits the side of the Lethbridge net. Russell Maxwell feathers one toward the line. Corbin with a shot. It hit Malin in front of the net. Now Malin works back up the left wing wall, tries to drop it off, but there's nobody home except Sam McKechnie of the Hurricanes, who lobs a high one into the center ice area. It's grabbed by Malin, who works across the line, but Anthony Bardero was offside with 1:39 left in overtime.
Oh, he was, Anthony Bardero. Couple steps offside as he's trying to read that play and head hard to the net, but a little too quick on the trigger finger there. But Prince Albert Raiders are going to send out McNeil and Winther now. Tons of room here 4-on-4 with those two guys as fast as they can skate.
On the face-off, Antoine Corbin spins one to the line where it's intercepted by Oslansky. Galbraith takes his pass, but his feet is off Corbin at center ice, but swept back into PA territory. Graham Hood, pursued by Corbin, tries to drop it off. Morrissey is checked by Bonacisi, who hands off behind the net. Centering pass deflects right to Mike Winther. He'll break out with Mark McNeil, but loses an edge as he tips the puck to the Lethbridge line. So Hood will take it in behind the net and spin to get away from Winther. Graham Hood dangles and headmans to Oslansky, who moves slowly into the Prince Albert zone with a feed that sends Bonacisi to the corner, but Harrison Ruoff is there to intercept. We're in the minute muffler break and tire, final minute of overtime as Mark McNeil's high pass eludes Logan McVeigh, and that's icing against the Raiders with 53 seconds to go.
Well, it's been a long shift for Mark McNeil, or actually they're going to let them change here. So Bardero and Malin, who have been phenomenal all game here for the Prince Albert Raiders, will get one more chance here in overtime to get that all-important fourth goal in this hockey game.
Hurricanes tried to make a late change, but we're told no dice. So the face-off will be to the right of Cole Holowenko. It's won by Philip Todd, who gets taken down by Bardero. Jumping on the loose puck is Harrison Ruoff, but he runs into a traffic jam. So Malin drops it across to Zach Hodder and takes the return pass. Malin steers his feet into the Lethbridge zone, but right to Daniel Johnson, who will back off and rip a pass to center ice for Philip Todd. He pulls up at the red line, loses the puck momentarily, so he hands it off to Johnson and takes the return pass. But Todd will be forced by Bardero to dump it in deep. Goalie Cole Holowenko from behind the net gets the pass through, but Maxwell sweeps it to the line for Daniel Johnson, whose pass is off Hodder to the corner. Now Todd trying to center. That's blocked by Ruoff. 14 seconds left in overtime as Ruoff hooks a pass for Bardero, but stepping up on him is Johnson. Maxwell scrambles to keep it in. His long pass finds Todd down low. His centering pass is off the skate of Maxwell, gets his pocket picked by Bardero, and we are going to a shootout. After overtime, it's the Prince Albert Raiders 3, the Lethbridge Hurricanes 3. We're back with the shootout right after this.
From BTR Financial Planning, here's Brian Rindall.
When we go through our first interview process with our clients, we sit down and we show them, historically this is what's happened. You've been bombarded with information from accountants, lawyers, whoever, giving you the information. Then you're bombarded by all the banks, the trust companies, the life insurance salesmen, the stockbrokers about product. And then you sit there in the middle. So all we do is we sort of put ourselves in the middle there with you, help you make sense of all that information that's coming and say, this is what is going to work for you.
Brian Rindall is ready to help. With a diversified portfolio, including tax-free savings accounts, your personalized plan provides direction and meaning to your financial decisions. For tax-efficient planning, call Brian Rindall, Certified Financial Planner at BTR Financial Planning, Inc., 763-8287. That's 763-8287.
Reason 96. And now, a behind-the-scenes moment with Mark McNeil and Harrison Ruop from the Prince Albert Raiders. Brought to you by Prairie Mobile, your SaskTel authorized dealer.
Hey, Mark, what's up? Just checking my BlackBerry for latest stats. I see you have a few more goals than you, Harrison.
Yeah, you're on the score sheet more than me, but I have more time in the penalty box. The girl's like a tough guy.
Yeah, right. Whatever.
Get on the 4G network. Phones you want. Service you deserve. Prairie Mobile, your SaskTel authorized dealer.
AR Plumbing and Heating would like to consider you a warm friend. Clean or replace your furnace filter every 1 or 2 months. Dirty filters force the furnace to work harder and cost you more to heat your home. Slightly close the dampers to warm rooms to direct more heat to cooler ones. And talk to AR Plumbing and Heating, your Train dealer. Train high-efficiency furnaces will keep you cozy all winter long and save on maintenance and repairs too. AR Plumbing and Heating and Train. It's hard to stop a train. 764-2826.
So this one goes to the shootout, the fourth and final game of this season series between the Lethbridge Hurricanes and Prince Albert Raiders. No scoring in overtime, just one shot apiece. So the PA Insurance shot clock reads 40 for the Hurricanes, 33 for the Prince Albert Raiders. And again, we haven't had a penalty called since the second period. So I think the officials did a good job of trying to let the players settle this one in the final analysis.
Absolutely. I thought they've been very, very consistent all game long. And, let a little bit more go a little bit in the third period, but, very fair game called for sure.
The Raiders are going to the shootout for a 7th time. They have 4 wins and 2 losses. For the Hurricanes, it's the 4th trip to the tiebreaker. They have 2 wins and 1 loss. Cole Holowenko has won 4 straight in the shootout as he marks up his crease. Raiders have the option whether to shoot or defer to the Hurricanes, and we are awaiting that decision right now. Raiders won in the shootout last Wednesday night, a week ago tonight in Swift Current. The Raiders will shoot first, and it's the captain, Mark McNeil, who has scored on his last 3 shootout attempts.
You think he'll do the spinorama again or no?
I'm betting on the spinorama. It all depends on what Liam Liston gives him, I think. So here comes McNeil, weaving down the middle to the hash marks. Fakes, shoots, but he tried the 5-hole, but Liam Liston outguessed him.
Yeah, great job by Liston. He starts out hugging his right post and waits for the opposing player to touch the puck before he actually does anything. Kind of like Marty Turco, where he used to almost face behind him.
Here comes Yuri Bazuk, who has a goal tonight. He works very slowly wide to the right. Now to the hash marks. Deekson dangles and scores. He almost stopped dead before that backdoor shot, but it's allowed by the officials. That was borderline.
Oh, but it was pretty. It's just a very nicely done. The Peter Forsberg-esque, where you're faking so hard to your forehand and you bring it back with your one hand to your backhand.
So here's Anthony Bardero trying to tie the shootout. Straight down the middle, fakes Deeks, but he lost the handle on an open corner. And the Hurricanes have a chance to win it on the next shot.
He did. He had Liam Liston completely fooled there, but just couldn't. The puck rolled on him as he tried to go to his forehand and lost control.
So Cole Holowenko has to make the save right here on Philip Todd, who's to the hash marks. Deeks and scores. This game is over. The final, the Lethbridge Hurricanes 4, the Prince Albert Raiders 3 in the shootout. We are back with the Affinity Insurance and Leon's postgame show right after this.
Integra Tire and Auto reminds you, heading into winter without quality winter tires is like crossing the blue line with your head down. Not a good idea. Ice, snow, and slush are no match for the right winter tires. See Integra Tire for a great selection of tires and custom rims. Ask about expert repair and maintenance, too. Winter driving with an unprepared vehicle is like trying to block a slap shot without your cup. Really not a good idea. Winter's coming. Game on. See Integra Tire and Auto in Shellbrook.
A clear, cloudless sky is the color of optimism. And if you're a farmer, it's also the color of progress. It's the color of a day of work getting done. It's the promise of sweat, toil, and hours without interruption. Farm World, your New Holland dealer, believes that blue represents a profession that is one of the most honest and honorable ways to make a living. People that grow our food, help drive our economy, and take care of this vast landscape. Be blue sky ready with Farm World, your New Holland dealer in Prince Albert, Humboldt, and Canistino, or online at farmworld.ca.
How's the home reno going?
I need to find a jackhammer. Any ideas?
Call Northern Rentals.
Then it's hardwood floors. Any suggestions?
Call Northern Rentals. They rent everything you need to complete this job. I couldn't have made the deadline on my home reno without them.
Wife's deadline?
Yep.
Me too. Any idea how to ask for an extension?
Nope. Can't help you there.
Find everything a do-it-yourselfer needs to get the job done. Northern Rentals on 17th Street West. Call 763-8838.
You might feel an odd shimmy while driving. If you're not a mechanic, you'll take it to one. Must be shocks or struts, right? But if your shocks and struts are fine, what then? Maybe it's your tires. Minute Muffler Brake-In Tire is the only shop in Prince Albert with a wheel-balancing road force balancer. This industry-grade equipment balances the roundness of your rims to make sure they're acceptable for use. And then they can make sure your tires are balanced perfectly. Go to the shop where they do it all. Minute Muffler Brake-In Tire. Bottom of the hill, 2nd Avenue West.
Come on, guys. Wholesale it. Hustle. I expect the best on and off the ice. That's why I choose Lakeland Ford. They're a dealership I can always count on to bring their A-game. A dealership that can light the lamps without all the dipsy doodle. No matter what I need, Lakeland Ford can